It's Tuesday, though it's later in the night than I would normally like to be. But it is time for us to delve into the financial horrors of the modern day and age. With the modern knowledge of finances on full display. Now, boomers used to say to millennials, if you stop having avocados and toast and stop buying a new phone, you'd have a home. Which was bullshit, as we all know. However, what people don't rail millennials on for, because the boomers also quite enjoy it themselves, is that too many people enjoy some electric lettuce. Mary Jane, the devil's cabbage. Marijuana. Which, while it does have some economical effects towards agricultural communities, facilities, and just general operation, and it has some slight medicinal effects, mainly for anxiety, however, that is widely overblown. We are going to be dealing with an unfortunate case here of the typical people that I am acutely aware of who will blame the system for their problems, who will act as brain as possible. Their brain is so fried on how much THC they've had, on the yards of THC they've had. And this leads us to the horrors of the modern day and age. And unfortunately, our couple here is not a millennial couple. They are Gen Z, which is even worse for THC and pot. Remember, Cola has made all those jokes and all those amazing videos in regards to stoners and potheads and trap stars. But it was art reflecting reality. And unfortunately, as much as I like those videos, it is horrifying how much they represent the reality of our current situation. We're about to witness here is people who apparently spent $160,000 in debt for the devil's cabbage. And potheads and pot addicts will probably dislike my video down to hell because they're too afraid to face the reality and the facts that, yes, this shit's actually addictive. This shit ruins your life. And it will do reprehensible, if not irreparable, damage to your body and mind over abuse and use. And it stinks. But here we go. Caleb Hammer, everybody. $160,000 in debt for weed.
I got a $122,000 inheritance check.
Excuse me? Off the hop. I would fucking love, not an inheritance, because that's unfortunately the loss of some close family member typically. But $122,000, Jesus Christ.
To then which we, blew and...
A year and a half out.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna have a story for when that comes up. Oh, do I have a story for you guys?
We were spending at least $1,000 a week on bud. And
$1,000 a week on weed?
I thought that I had told him about everything that I, all of my debt. That's not my fault. He didn't...
122 weeks. About 54 weeks in a year. 54 weeks in a year. Oh my god. Shy over 2 years they would have, well, on that money that I could make it last a lifetime through investing.
Remember?
Why has no one considered leaving? Has anyone considered leaving?
I have in the past.
So the answer is
Why?
leave her. She's a complete failure. She's a fuck up.
Yeah, she's a fuck up. In this case, it's probably gonna be where the girl's dragging the guy down in this case, which is more often than not a lot of cases, but on the Caleb Sammer show, we've seen the reverse, but finally we're gonna see another case of, dude, get the fuck out of here.
She's done.
And he's young enough. He's got time to fucking reverse this whole course.
Dollarwise is finally here, sending waves through the personal finance world. This is officially now the best budgeting app on the market.
I'm not in a rush today, so I will not be skipping ads, because once again, this is a fairly new video by Caleb Hammer, and I should not skip ads from creators that make these videos that I react to. I keep saying I want to make original content. I'm making original content. I got stuff in the works, but it's for when I have my model up and running, which is coming down the pipeline. Be excited for that. Get ready for that. Sirius Kovac 2.0, no longer PNG. A swarthy, handsome links will come to your screen very soon. But this is for Caleb Hammer.
And I'm giving you a special deal to download. Take a free 3-day trial to test it out. And then you get the monthly plan at a 33% discount for the first 3 months, or the annual plan at an insane discount. And most people sign up for the annual version because this saves a lot of money, and you get my detailed 30-day meal plan signed by me, mailed directly to you, plus the digital version of my cookbook for each recipe. Don't miss the opportunity of a lifetime.
Caleb, you said this cookbook was gonna be gone.
Download Dollarwise and start your free trial. Go to dollarwise.com or click the link below.
I'm Alexis. I'm 24.
I'm Drake. I'm 23. We live.
Now they're using pseudonyms. Motherfucker. Why are you using Drake? Not because the rapper, I'm thinking the rapper here. Because a Drake is a wingless dragon that has to crawl around. I know it sounds cool, but really mythological aspect, it's kind of pathetic. But I feel like Phoenix fits him better personally. I also can see that massive tattoo she has, and he's got tattoos all over his arms too. Oh boy.
Live in San Antonio.
And this is Financial Audit.
Thanks for coming up to Austin, guys. Nice to meet you. Listen, Alexis, you're right in front of me right now. So let's start with you. What do you do in San Antonio for a living? Cheapest major city in Texas, so
Is it really?
income can stretch further. Well,
I didn't
yeah, I mean, everyone hates it. Continue. Go on. What do
I don't
you
know about that.
I work at a smoke shop, a head shop.
Oh boy. I'm not a fan of people who also work in smoke shops either, but once again, if you need a job, it's a job. I have no qualms with working where you can. But just like those that work in stag shops, sex shops, is it, whatever you want to call them, they're in it for the long haul. They're not in it as a part-time summer gig or like a college job. More often than not, they're in it for the long haul. It's because they want discounts to paraphernalia.
Yeah. I'm about to quit too.
Okay, for a better job.
Oh, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
I don't know yet.
No. You don't quit until you have an ace up your sleeve. Always keep an ace up your sleeve and never reveal it. And you're a dumb bitch for doing that, but of course, here she is on Financial Audit.
She got no plan.
I have no plan.
And you allow her
And
to
I've
do
told her
this.
since she's got the job to keep looking at other jobs.
Well, I
It
wanted to
was-
ask your income situation.
Good on him, saying that you should keep your job and also look for other jobs. I'm down with Drake here.
Oh, yikesies. Horrid. I have enough money to pay for groceries, and that's about it.
No, he's asking you like how much you make.
Oh, 12 an hour. That one.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, I know it's a cheaper city, but that is bad.
Went right over my head.
This is gonna be fun, trust me. Yep.
So
All
we
right, chat. We're in for a struggle. Here we go. Okay. What hits your account per paycheck cycle? Per paycheck, what hits your account? Let's just try
On
that actually.
average here.
Anywhere between like 350 and 450, depending on how many hours I work.
So yeah, her job is
Okay,
really
yeah, why
weird.
don't you talk for her? Because she
Drake. Let's go mano a mano here. Yeah. See, the scary thing is that a man can be a man should be fiscally intelligent, absolutely, which Drake probably is. A woman should also be fiscally intelligent, not just the modern day and age, even back when. The woman would run the house's finances, would run budgeting for even small businesses if the husband owned his own business. That's how my grandfather and grandmother worked. Drake is basically handling everything here, and she's a year older than him, based on their age at the beginning of the episode. So that means, ding, 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 we got another case of what I hate dealing with, and the reason why I typically break off with a lot of the girls I've had to deal with in my time. I don't babysit. Even if the women I've dated were not only older than me, but older by a decade, I don't babysit. Because I was going to have to babysit them from what I could see and how the way they treated me. I know it's kayfabe to present age on stream. I'm younger than 9/11. I've dated women in their 30s and I think early 40s was the latest I ever went, though that was more of a one-night stand than anything else. I've had to babysit that date who was much older than me. And when it comes to actual dating on a one-night stand, you realize you gotta break it off. because not like I wanted it to be one night stand anyway. So that's more of a complicated story. But with my perspective, I don't really tend to date people younger than me. I tend to date people who are older than me. I prefer dealing with older company, but unfortunately, with the modern issues, you find that women even a decade older than you still act like they're in high school. And you also find this a lot across the board. It's not just my local area. Oh, it's a social economic factor. No, you find it across the board. And that type of lack of responsibility and behavior is permeated and if not pushed for in society outright. Also, I heard a girl boss. I don't, and it's not like, well, people often go, just going to catch up. Yep, don't worry. But what I'm saying here is that for my time in my life, I get women want to have that guy that provides for them. But that comes in the thing of there's more than you just being the table, which the girls like to say, I'm the table. There's more to your bargaining than the pussy. I often ask these girls, what do you do for work? I kind of based on what Caleb does sometimes. If I'm going to like trying to figure this person out completely, I'll ask, what do you do for your work? What's your financial situation? This, and that. Do you know, like, and even if they're older, I'll ask, do you have a TFSA? Like tax-free savings account? Do you have a Roth? Do you have a retirement plan? Like, what do you have? Because I'm looking for the long haul. I'm not looking for the short haul. I'm tired of being kind of in the whirlwind of passion. I'm more so looking for a stable, I'm here to settle down and get married type of situation. And you come to find that no, a lot of these girls basically have all these catch bearers and they still fuck up their lives. And then how much I pay into the government system, and I get jack shit of it. I'll never see shit of it because of my race and my sex. And I'm still having to babysit women who are a decade older than me. It's insane.
She doesn't know what the fuck to say.
She's supposed to be part-time at her job, smoke shop, but they work.
Sounds like she is with that pay.
But they're working her full-time. And
with that pay is full-time, $384 or whatever.
Yeah, she actually works more than 40 hours some week, but they stop the
Is
clock.
that a weekly pay?
Yes.
Yes, and they stop the clock at 40 hours on their books, but she'll work more than 40, and they don't pay her the overtime and a half.
Sue them. If you can prove it, fucking sue them. Sue them.
Talk to a pro bono employment lawyer.
Oh.
They probably want to make some money. Sue.
We going to Agartha, motherfuckers. We're going to my home. But yeah, no, it's nuts. It's nuts. I've had to send federal tax agents and people after former employers who fucked me over for hours, paperwork, and everything else in between. Yeah. I told on stream too. I will never work at Tim Hortons again because they owe me over 50 hours worth of pay. They never paid me. But Sirius Kovac, aren't you a Canadian VTuber? Yeah, fuck Tim Hortons with a rhino's dick. It's Sing Hortons now, unfortunately. But also fuck with the rhino's dick.
Them.
I don't know.
I hope they crash and burn like the actual hockey player did with his car.
All that works.
I didn't know
Talk
that was
to
an
a
option.
lawyer.
But lawyers are expensive.
Pro bono.
Pro bono, come on.
They would take a look at it, assess it.
Is it really worth it though, when it's not that much?
Maybe. I don't know, because you actually might
Maybe, because you also can make more than what she's owed. You ever think of that?
have an employment case of not just back pay, but potential even worse.
It's true, I guess. I don't
really know. That's what a lawyer is for. But okay, how many hours a week are you working on top of that 40 that you're not being paid for?
I usually average between like 35 and 45. There's only
Okay, so sounds like she's not always above that 40, but that
Exactly. Now giving credence to their place of work.
45, you're not being paid for the 5.
I'm getting paid, just not time and a half like it's supposed to.
It's under the table cash.
It's under the
Well, under the
Why are you working for under the table? They're paying you the wage they would an illegal. Supposedly paying illegal. Illegals make a lot more than you think they do. They have to get paid more than what she's making. Why are you getting paid under the table? Unless this is not a legitimate business being paid out here, because they want to have the least amount of paper trail they have.
Table cash is also not being taxed. I mean, it's supposed
That's also a problem too, yeah.
to be, but you're not paying tax on it, so I guess it at least actually makes up for it relatively. You're not getting paid 50%, so not 100%, but
Yeah.
okay, is the whole thing under the table?
Not the whole check.
Just anything
And what's
over
this under the
40.
table? They're like, here's some cash?
But they just
Any
don't want to pay the
overtime.
time and a half.
Huh?
They don't want to pay the time and a half.
No, what is, you said under the table. I am quantifying.
Holy fuck. Just say it. Either they're paying her or they're not paying her. If they're paying her overtime under the table without any fucking taxation, then they're doing her a solid. If they're not, then they're fucking her. What's going on?
What the that
Just
means?
cash.
Cash.
That's what I asked, and then you answered something completely different. So they just give you cash once a week?
If I like work more than 40 hours,
Yes.
then
Oh
yeah,
my
I get
God.
whatever
Then
extra
they're
I'm supposed to
paying
get
you your overtime, but undocumented.
in cash.
And have you brought this up?
No.
I told her to.
If you haven't advocated for yourself, then I'm all of a sudden not giving a shit. Advocate for yourself. How
Are you fucking retarded? She is retarded. This reminds me of that Pay Money Wubby stream he did where he had a confessional, and the guy said how he gumped the term gumping it with a borderline retarded thick chick in a freezer. Oh God. Okay. People, I know it's hard to face your demons and stand up for yourself. I've been kicked around enough times that I've literally had to. You just realize you're only gonna change your weather by getting a backbone. And to do that, you have to break that virgin cherry of yours and pipe the fuck up. The worst thing to do is fire you. They make physical threats like they've done to me. Guess what? You can record it, send it to the police force. Send it to a police or employment saying, hey, they're threatening me. Or, if they do strike you, you can defend yourself to a certain degree. But equally too, they will make threats. You can record that and say, hey, they're making physical threats against me. I've had this happen to me before. So, people, and I'm not, and people in chat, I'm not just trying to diminish you either. Grow the fuck up and get a backbone. It's really the only advice I can give you. One single fashion spending deep dive on women would one shot the dumb idea of women running the finances. Never could comprehend it. Oh yeah. I don't really. Okay, I like certain fashions in women, but I don't like people who spend on it. You have to get creative on a budget. Kirsha's talked about this, how she used to budget herself as a goth. Because goth fashion, if you buy exclusively goth fashion, is expensive. If you customize and learn how to go by the cheap, you can make things for yourself. Fucking hell, I have the actual choker you see on my neck here in real life. I fabricated that myself. I did it cheap and easy. It's not hard. I mean, it's not like I said anything else. People who do cosplay, people who actually make their own cosplay usually source materials themselves and can work on a budget. I've seen budget cosplays that look far superior to a woman that buys a bot cosplay. I never could comprehend traditional men trusting average women with their blood, sweat, and repressed tears. Why is Kick trying to hide all your messages there? I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah. Probably for the best. No, it's Kick being Kick. And by the way, I can read it online because I can visibly see it, so don't worry, it's fine. But my problem, as I've said before, is that I just going back to your statement about the fashion though. I like pixie cut girls, but the thing is, I don't like women who put so much vanity into their appearance because more often than not they never put the actual effort in their diet and physical fitness and physique. So you have a pig that's covered in makeup, essentially. And of course, what does all that makeup foundation do to their skin? You've seen it. It ruins and wrecks their skin. Acne riddled, premature aging. like, once again, I told the story is, surprisingly, Sirius Kovac, a very masculine VTuber, you want to claim the pixies from the Karens? No, I want to claim the pixies from the lesbians. Those corporate munchers have stole what was mine. I can fuck right off. But Sirius Kovac, a masculine VTuber, guess what? One of the shops I used to work for, and was at the longest point of, I got in contact with my city's local Korean community. When you deal with Korean housewives that treat you like a pseudo grandson sometimes, because some of them really liked me, I also got in on the Korean skincare routine. And I got to go into shops where I could basically buy a full 6-month program set that only cost me $40 Canadian. And I got basically expensive products from Korea for cheap because I knew to go to the right places, and I had made a good connection with the Korean community. A white boy got a little bit of emotion, and the Koreans for some reason, seem to like me. So I learned rapidly how to have good skincare for yourself. Also, I also got a lot of Japanese products too, but I digress. It was high quality stuff. And putting fiscally responsible amounts of money into skincare, like proper physical care and skincare, is great. It's like a 5-minute in the morning, you're set to go. Like, it's not one of those routines people do. But yeah, no. Going back here, I would not trust any woman with, like, in the modern day and age, with budgeting at all. They make more money, they have more chances and more advantages than you do, and they're still in broke. Did you know that when it comes to personal debt in a nation of the United States and Canada, the #1 debt is not automotive, surprisingly. Women lead automotive debt naturally, but women also lead the #1 leading cause of debt in North America, and that is furniture. Because women go through furniture. It's furniture and appliances, automotive, and then third is fashion. And this is what they consider bad debt. Housing is not the debt people would add into that tally there, Chipiso, because housing is considered good debt, right? Something that's return on investment. Supposedly, return on investment. It's furniture.
How long has this been happening?
Since like January-ish. Like there's a bunch of employees that
so for
quit.
a couple months. Oh,
I can't even get it down in one sentence. It's been happening since January.
okay.
Yeah.
And I've told
Very
her
good.
all the
Okay,
time.
I don't give a shit about what you're gonna say. I'm talking to her. Sorry, I'm not trying to come out of the gate as a dick. You just keep jumping in, man. It's like, dude, I'm trying to talk to your woman right now. Listen, I mean, the dude, his biggest fear in the world is being cucked. Like,
Okay. Caleb, I get it. We've been on the cuck jokes for how many episodes now? I'm fine with him making the cuck jokes. What I'm trying to say here is that, dude, for the time we've heard her talk, she can't even formulate a response. She's a year older than this guy, and she can't formulate a response. I'm looking at her, like, physically from her face, and I'm like, she's got the body of a woman, but her demeanor, her physiognomy, she looks like a nerdy high school girl. I'm just saying, you'll see her face. She looks, which, good on her for skincare wise, she looks younger than a lot of 24-year-olds do. But my problem is that she also has the response and formulation of someone much younger than her age bracket, and which is a terrible thing. That's more common than you think it is. But this is bad. I don't blame Drake for cutting in all the time, but even he has little to nothing to say.
even met him. He was just blabbing around the office. I hope no one here steals my girl today.
Okay,
like,
no,
oh my
I just know y'all
goodness.
are a bunch of gooners.
Bunch of gooners, but we don't just women, one, without their consent. Two,
See, Caleb is not Muslim. We've now clarified this.
taking that
Misquote Mash. She's still got baby fat. Yep.
from men.
I've heard Brandon's comment where if it's not married, you know, that's what he said.
Just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. By the way, I'm very much against NTR or cheating or a lot of that shit. I made it very clear. I've been roped into I've told the story how I got roped in to a pseudo NTR plot of a one-nighter in university that That lost me my V card, but I was like shaking afterwards. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how the fuck did I get roped into this? A couple other guys felt the same way too. It turns out I wasn't the only one. But yeah, like I made it very clear. I can make jokes like that, but also too, I'd joke a bitch if she cheated on me. I'd joke a bitch, which thankfully it's never happened. But it's like I'd just outright joke a bitch.
You guys are not married?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We are engaged.
Congratulations. When are we getting married? How long have we been engaged?
We're getting married in June, and then we've been engaged
3 years?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years and get what the okay. How long?
They're eloping, which is they're eloping. It's not a terrible thing. I don't stick my things where there's rings, good for my life expectancy, and still always, yeah, very much the case. It's messier when you don't have that ring and you don't know if they're got a boyfriend because women be lying. But same token too, going back to this case here, I know Caleb's gonna look at him sideways too. I look at people who elope the same way as well. However, I understand it because I've known enough people who have eloped because it's like, okay, marriage will have tax benefits, yes. For the most part, they feel as if like, okay, maybe we should also take time till we have this engagement, we can cut off if we don't feel right because now we're living full time, steady with each other, almost like a married couple, setting up their finances, setting everything up before the marriage, before we sign the paperwork, we have everything ready to roll, and we know that we really like each other. I have no problem with that, but I also feel as if what they're doing is because on her end, and this is because if you know women, and here's my thing too. Sirius Kovac, another one of the many jobs I've had, I worked for a party rental place. I've done full-blown tent setups. I've said before on stream, I've done massive 4,000 square foot tents, 5,000 square foot tents setups for weddings. And let me tell you this much. Brides are not only picky, irritable, but they also spend a shitload of the money that they don't have because it's coming from either the husband's or their family's wallet. Because brides want to spend a lot of money on a massive event. It's spectacular when they should be investing that into their marriage. That's my personal take on it. I would like a cheap wedding. I would like for the guys I worked for, and for me because I got tips out of it. It was like great. More weddings, more business. This is both in the local economy, especially during a recession. It's great for that. But when you think about it, I myself don't want a large wedding. I want a small hole-in-the-wall chapel, maybe a small backyard venue. Because that money could go for something like a home, or if we're planning on already having kids off the hop, their education. Wow, it's like Sirius is thinking further than beyond the one day. And also, because people also remind me how many the divorce rates and everything, because if we're going on that, the black pilling road, divorce rates and divorce rape and all that stuff. I just all the thing to myself in my head is it's not a special day because she might have like 5 more of these down the line. Hopefully not with me. Hopefully I'm the last one, or not like I ever wanted to have used goods like that, but you know what I'm saying. OG borderline aesthetic Puritans would be cleaning house as best value wedding planners. Yep.
You guys been together
6 years.
6 years.
Okay. So how long is this job gonna last before you quit? Am I even putting the income on paper? Does it matter?
Since they banned all of the THCA ban, I went through that with the nicotine ban, and I don't want to deal with that with people through the THCA ban. So at the end of the month, people are mean. The amount of people that yelled at
You're
me.
in retail. I mean, that unfortunately happens. I
Suck it up, Buttercup.
obviously don't advocate for it, but unfortunately that is the reality of the situation.
Yep.
Okay, so whatever this law is goes in effect.
What's their definition of mean is my thing. Because yes, I understand. Working retail's a bitch. I've been there many a times. I've worked many types of retail. Worked many times on hospitality. Then again, also remember during COVID, the whole Karen epidemic supposedly getting viral and popular off causing people Karens, and sometimes just pulling your phone out to record as they start getting irritable. We don't know how they led up to that. I actually worked with people who tried to lure people and bait reactions out of people to start a Karen incident because they want to have their own virality because of Moist Critical was the main reason why people want to get popular because Charlie was gobbling that shit up and basically was the one coining most of the trend. My question for her is how what type of mean are you dealing with? Are they being a little bit grumpy with you, or are they actually yelling at you for no purpose? Because I can understand the latter, the former bullshit. Because until you're like me, who's being physically assaulted and has had shit thrown in his face, has been slapped, has been more ways than Sunday, scratched, you name it. Because someone wants to get uppity, but they don't want to hit the girl who caused the shit, so they're gonna strike you, the worker beside her, even though you're a minor and she's an adult. It doesn't fucking matter because you're the tall guy behind the counter. I've had shit like that happen to me. You ever have a blizzard clock inside the skull that you just freshly made? Because they wanted extra, 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 and you did that extra, but just wasn't enough. So they got mad at the person in the front, and they decided just to look at you and tomahawk it at your skull. Yeah, I've had shit like that happen to me. You can't fight back, or else you're the one who's gonna get fucking arrested because you know it's a dumb Middle Eastern bitch that threw it at you. Yeah, dude, that's a racist to do that. Well, fuck off.
The 331. I honestly don't even know what it is. I'm not in that world of destroying my brain. But okay, so you don't want to deal with it. So you're gonna go from income to no income, even if it is a shitty situation?
Yeah, tell me.
I don't want her
By
to.
the end of the month?
I keep telling her she needs to have a job before she leaves.
Okay,
this
so what
job.
are the conversations surrounding this then? Obviously, there is a big divide here. So just give it to me then. Obviously, this is what you want to talk about. So tell me, what the
one more time.
She wants to quit, like, all the time. And I keep telling her to have another job first. I'm okay with her
Sounds
quitting.
like she's quitting by the end of the month, which, by the way, is in 1 week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Less than. So go on.
Oh, she has to have another job because right now we can't make it unless she has some
Yeah.
kind of income.
I was going to go back to like doing DoorDash and stuff until I find something else. I have a friend that his wife is able to get me potentially in on her company.
Potentially in on her company within
Potentially.
5 days. Okay.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
The training.
So she doesn't have any supper slave, and she just basically lied about it. Oh my god. You are dumb. That's horribly stupid. Oh boy.
It doesn't
in 5
start
days.
until June, so I'd have to figure it out
What are
until
you
then.
talking about? Okay, what is figured out until then? He says he needs to have a job. What happens in the conversation? That's what I've been asking, guys. He says he wants you to get a job. What the happens in this conversation?
He tells me to start looking, and then I look, and then it kind of just
She
ends there.
half-asses looks, though.
Huh?
She half-assed looks.
Yeah.
She doesn't really, like, she'll, like, kind of
I'll
scroll.
look, but like nothing is hiring right now. I have applied it.
I mean, that's not 100% true. It's not a great job.
Whoa. Okay. She's half-ass looking, which, taken from him with a grain of salt. I'll take it with her a grain of salt, too, because a lot of people come to the show like, I'm looking. It's so hard. I put place into 5 places. Try 50. Try 50 per hiring cycle that I've done before. Going out, driving around physically, driving to go to places to fucking open the door. It's like, but we're hiring online, don't you know? Yeah, here's my fucking resume. Look me in the eye here, too, kiddo. Basically, squaring them up and making them look in the eye gives you more chance in the door. It's not the hearty handshake the boomers like to talk about. It's make them look you dead in the eye. It's like, sir, you can see I'm clean, dressed, well dressed up. I'm physically good looking too. On top of this, I can tell you my expertise. I can tell you everything up front. I'm not behind a little computer screen that's going to filter me because I put my race down as white and I put my sex down as male. You're going to look me down the eye and say to me, okay, you going to hire me or not? But yeah, no, from someone who's actually dealing with the economy, it is rough. It is fucking rough. And employers also trade because they've been treating it like it's their own market until they fuck over people and then they're down competent employees. They want to get the cheapest of the cheapest. Guess what? Competency comes with a price.
market, but nothing is hiring? No.
She spent 3 years looking for a job for a while
That I did do.
because always saying nothing was
How
hiring.
looking? Oh, when was that?
A few years ago.
Okay, well, that's when literally everyone was hiring in the best employment market we've had in the history of the United States. So fuck off with that.
Yeah.
So that excuse no longer holds
I sent out
water.
so many
Nobody is hiring
applications.
you because your resume sucks or your interview skills suck or your skills
Yes.
actually suck.
You're probably all of them together. Based on her on the spot right now, just in plain conversation, she has a very elementary understanding of the English language. Diversity, understanding, but who's we exactly? But her comprehension of the English lexicon is very lacking. Her her conversational skills are lacking too. She's relying on simple whataboutisms and if and like and just repetitively harping on the same sentences constantly. She doesn't have the ability to articulate herself with a diverse list of responses. Like she's just, oh boy. And her resume probably does suck too. She probably doesn't even have basic formatting skills on her resume. MLA formatting. Chicago style, Chicago style if you want it in another word, but basically, it's the best way to do it.
Or you're bad at working and now you can only sell drugs to druggies. That's all you're capable of doing, or driving in a car, which is what pretty much every immigrant does when they come to San Antonio.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much where you.
Which they shouldn't be there unless they're illegal. Once again, legals be there. Not H-1Bs legal. I'm talking about just legal, went through the full system. I stopped describing people as mean before my balls dropped. Exactly. By the way, and I know I'm a Canadian saying this, but if you deal with a Uber driver, any other driver that you suspect is illegal, food delivery service person that is illegal, call ICE. Get your order, call ICE. You have their information. More often than not, they're running multiple people on that same account. You might be able to pick up a whole hive off one car. Call them. I fully advocate for that. It's funny. And you might get a reward if you're in some states and counties. I'm not sure they're still doing the tip line rewards, but you might get a reward for it. I wholeheartedly do it. Say do it, because it's good for your country and it's fucking hilarious.
You are.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, she does.
Unfortunately, so you recognize you're 100% of the problem. You don't even have an alternative opinion to this. Very good. So the answer is leave her. She's a complete failure. She's a fuck up. She's done. I mean, that's it, right? I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, you didn't stick up for anything. You didn't try to advocate for any kind of position or opinion. You're just like, nope, I suck. I'm the problem. Good. She's done. She is not willing to work on it for the past few years. That's it. End the relationship. Why the fuck would you stay with that? I don't understand.
Exactly.
Like,
why do you want to be a captain of a boat that's already sinking? The other captain left the boat. Why are you going to hop in his place and go down with the ship?
at least if she had an argument, even if it was wrong, at least there's some kind of perspective to be had. But she doesn't. She's just like, no, I'm a failure. I'm okay with it. How would you ever want to stay with someone like that?
Exactly. It's one thing recognizing yourself as a failure. One thing recognizing yourself of how you fucked up. There's another changing it. No, I'm a failure. Someone will fix it for me. Fuck off.
To be fair, the last job she had before this one was a computer. She was working from home on the computer, and
working from home on computer.
Everything's computer. That's beautiful. Wow.
Yes, but dogs. I was living with my friend at the time. Our dog and his dog got into a fight. They're both pit bulls. She tried to stop it, and now her hands got torn up. Her hands and her arms got torn up.
They both like severe nerve damage in both of my hands. You can like see all the scars.
I can't see the scars, but I will also not take it with a grain of salt. Why do you have breast cancer tattoo? Tattoo.
Both like severe nerve damage in both of my hands.
No tattoos up here, but
you can like see all the scars.
That's after scar surgery
Type
too.
for me.
I'm fine now.
What the fuck is the issue?
I mean,
yeah, what's the fucking issue? Is it carpal tunnel from long time typing? Because I get that too. I just shut up and do it.
I guess for the few months after that, right? She couldn't type, so she was on some kind of not medical leave.
What's the
but
point here?
medical break, and that's when she lost her job.
Does that have to do with her not saying no one's hiring for 2 to 3 years?
No, not really.
So what the was the point of that? What was the cope? Just because you're attracted to her and you like her doesn't mean she's gonna be a good person in this relationship. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but we brought up the problem that you are having, and her entire thing was like, yes, I do suck and I am a loser and I don't care.
Well, she did finally get a job.
I don't care. I struggle finding. I don't know what I want to do in life. I want to find a career, but like
you're 24. I know people say I'm young. If you have a first career in your 20s and you're stable enough, we're able to take that risk to do a different form of education and do a second career, do that. I myself, I'm younger than her. I'm younger than him. Kind of, by a couple months, probably. Let's think of this way. I'm transitioning careers right now. But I'm in a financially stable place to do so. I know what I want to do. I already know and decided what I'm going to do. I'm not discovering myself. It's like I keep my current career and I start working to the next one. Okay? Different skill sets, different things. This is where you get into trades. Trades are pretty good for that type of thing. When it comes to higher education, like STEM, STEM fields, a bit more difficult to do so. Far more difficult. That's where you're kind of like locked in for what you are. She's gotta pick up a trade, honestly. I don't care. She's as bitchy and whiny as she is. Give her a hard knock. The unfortunate thing is, though, is that people also make up trades to be what they aren't, unfortunately. A lot of them, they will try to shaft you over. A lot of boomers will fuck you over. But also, for women in trades, they make it so easy for the women in trades. There's so many government-funded plans in both states and Canada, mind you that, and boomers will take on any girl because it's like having a daughter around, or a cute girl's gonna follow me around. They're gonna sexually harass you. They're just gonna keep you around because they think it's neat. And you'll get further than any other guy will. That's why I kind of grumble and be maybe misogynistic towards female mechanics, because it's like, you may be competent, I may understand you have skills, and outside of our if we're in doing a backyard project together, I'll be happy to work with you. For female mechanics, I'm not much of a fan of them in the job. It's like, you get promoted and incentivized and enticed to put in these higher positions for a quarter of the work that I and many other guys have had to deal with. All the shit we've had to put through because we have a dick between our legs. And a lot of female mechanics now recognize that. It's like, oh shit, literally got pushed in as a diversity hire. I get to work in performance cars and race cars now because I'm a diversity hire. I get to live your dream because I'm a woman. And it's like, yeah, there's a reason why we don't really like you. Not because you're not skilled, it's because you didn't have to work as hard as we did to then get taught those skills. We had to deal with all sorts of form of abuse, muck and mire, and shit, and we still haven't gotten down those skills. And we had to be self-taught and pay out of our own wallet. You got cakewalked in. But going back to her, she could just do a trade and she'd get cakewalked in because of all the programs that are there to try to help women get into trades, to make trades less masculine.
Figure it the fuck out. That's not my problem. It's not his problem. Sure. It's your problem. Be an adult. Step the fuck up and deal with it. Yep. What do you want from me? I don't know what I want to do in life. Then take an appointment quiz. Talk to I do something. Like, what the am I supposed to do? That's not a problem that can be solved by someone else. You're just gonna cry about it forever that you don't know what you want to do? Like, I'm sorry. I'm probably coming across as a dick, but at what point? Like, what's the alternative? Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And then what? You never do anything ever? It's like, what? No, figure it the fuck out. And I also don't care. It's an income. If you can't figure it out, you still need to get an income. I don't really give a shit. I'll get you a course career certification in something you want. Well, if you can actually figure out what you want. People in the audience have converted those into 6-figure jobs. But you actually got to figure out what the fuck you want.
We've had these conversations and it just doesn't go anywhere. Just like this. She doesn't know what she wants to do. She wants to go back to school, but she has no idea what she wants to go back to school for.
Why would you even go back to school?
Exactly. Why do you? I'm assuming based on her intelligence, she doesn't even need the schooling for what she probably is going to end up doing. If she even figures out what the fuck she wants. On top of this too, we have conversations. This is what the problem is. Another thing on the Calvin Financial Show. these guys often, more often than not, don't have the ability to put their foot down with these girls. Tell them to basically, and unfortunately, it's because they, from lack of parenting from their own fathers, and if not, lack of ability of having an actual brother figure that can actually smack them in the head and say, fuck, get their shit in order, because their dads and moms protect them all the time, and treat them the little princess till they got older. What you need to remember is that you gotta be basically act like a father figure, even if she's older than you. Some of the first time she's gonna hear no in her life, or actually hear some actual criticism, that's gonna be from you. And you gotta broke past the pouting and the puppy dog. You literally have to be a man. Then again, if it's gonna end up going nowhere, then fucking drop her. She's useless. She's entitled. She has no skills. She brings nothing to the table, brings nothing to the relationship. She does nothing for you, does nothing to help you, probably doesn't even fucking love you. Reach is just only there to as a way to sell down for her needs and thinking she can get something better. She ain't worth it, brother.
Doesn't even necessarily
And
matter.
I don't believe in like college and all that.
You don't
really.
believe in college. Well, that doesn't make sense either.
No, not unless you actually need it, right? All these people spend money, thousands of.
And unfortunately, though, is that once again, he's not wrong here. The problem is that he's the wrong guy to say it. Because he's only parroting talking points from people that he watches who are going to parrot these talking points, right? I'm not even an advocate for college. But you need college for certain skill sets. Not every fucking skill. You don't need a degree or diploma for every fucking skill in the world. Okay? The problem is, though, is that he's the wrong guy to say this. He's the absolute wrong guy to say this. Because from what we've gathered and had him talk here, he understands only marginally more than she does. He's a bit more grounded in living reality. The problem is, though, he's also not the guy to say this. If you're on financial audit, you're not the guy to say to this. Caleb is the guy to say this. You're not the guy to say this, okay? Caleb's gonna just razz him to get a rise out of him for the content. How we get all the narcissistic hall of mirrors, though, the concept of setting women will get one shot by that shit. Of settling. When we get one shot by that shit. Yeah, I don't think you really can. Because it's more than just it comes from a societal issue, but mainly though is that it also stems from their upbringing. A lot of these girls have princess syndrome. Even the girls that go out there and like, I advocate for men, I advocate for men's rights, I advocate for, like the VTubers all do that. If there's any pushback on something that they may slightly disagree with, they revert back to a childish voice. They might refer to a voice of like of a girl instead of a woman. They'll do things that instinctual, not even intentional, instinctual on cue to get people off their back so they can keep living the same way they've always had without changing. It's something you notice. Here's Kobe, like, how dare you notice? How do you even know about this? Because I have a sister. Yeah. I have an older sister. I'm the youngest. I have an older sister. And I see this shit all the time. I'm talking about also women I've dated. Older than me too. I see that shit there too. Women I've worked with. I see that shit there too. They are in their 30s and late 20s, and they still revert back to acting like a preteen girl. Whose dad is now telling them, hey, you gotta smarten up, and now they're gonna act all, well, how dare you be mean to me? To some guy who's much younger than them. Because I'm like, hey, get your shit in order, get off your phone and make the fucking order. I can't handle 5 things at once. Or, I need this done, right? And going back to this whole settling thing too, that women believe in too, it also goes back to princess syndrome. They believe there's gonna be a Prince Charming who will accept them for all their flaws and all their misbehavings and all their problems and everything, all the baggage they carry with them too. They think there's a Prince Charming always right there to save them. They deserve that Prince Charming. They look like Quasimodo, but they don't have the heart of gold of Quasimodo. But they deserve the Prince Charming, apparently. Kind of funny how that works, isn't it?
The dollars go to college and don't do anything with the degree. Yeah, exactly.
Sure, but
and a lot of them
on
do
average,
nothing.
people with degrees earn double lifetime earnings.
Not necessarily.
Well, no.
No.
On average,
Caleb is also not fully in the pits too. there's more opportunities open to women and minorities for college. For people, they also lowered the standards and rates for said race groups and women to get into fields that men just in general would have gone into. They also make a bunch of bullshit degrees. And I know people laugh about the gender dance studies and all the feminist dance theory stuff. It's far more absurd than that. Something that Kirsch has covered, other VTubers and other political pundits have even covered too. The problem is, though, is that Caleb is right. And people forget about this too. People say, oh, beat the system. Don't pay money for college. Go into trades. You'll make money instead of paying money. Not only to buy your own tools for trades, you also need to get certified in trades. Now, technically, you can challenge a test, but you gotta buy the books. You gotta buy the study material. You gotta pay for the test. And on top of that, more of that, they also want you to get certifications, which means you have to go to trade colleges, technical colleges, for a lot of skilled trades. Even then, even carpenter trades, they to make money, to be employable, and make money as a domestic of your nation, not an illegal, unfortunately, as a domestic of your nation, you need to have the qualifications and paperwork to work in that field, in that trade. A lot of things the boomers never had to do, but you have to do. And it's not like, well, they're only saying you have to. No, you fucking have to. You are not allowed to work on certain levels per trade without set qualifications and certifications and safety certificates. I'm essentially going for a degree level in what I have to go for trade school for. 4 years of schooling for automotive. I'm also double tapping that with HVAC. Which HVAC I can actually bum rush in a year, thankfully, because I can actually I can run through a program which will bum rush me in a couple of months for both levels before but then after that you have to wait a couple of years of being in the field to then challenge the G1 program, which would mean I get to work I have an unlimited scope of what I can work on, as opposed to working up to 400,000 BTUs. That's just more technical stuff people don't talk about the trades with. For a lot of shit you don't need trades for, it's more artisanal work that you can actually do and make good money on with, once again, artists. You don't need an art degree to be an artist. And I'm talking about like online artists, digital artists, different forms of artists you can do. Your portfolio is your art portfolio. It doesn't really matter unless you're going to snooty places set up by other artists. What you have underneath your portfolio is what you have. That will do you more good than anything else. But this wouldn't apply to something like working in the financial district, like higher ends of financial districts, not accountancy, like actual working in like as a broker, as a stockbroker. Like this is something that takes degrees. That's something that takes a lot more. So it's a weird mix. There's things that Caleb doesn't get. There's things that I get. There's things that because Caleb is also out of the loop of both the States and Canada, unfortunately. Canada, he doesn't give a shit about fucking Canada. I do. But I seemingly know a lot more and am more informed of what's going on in the States than Caleb is. Because Caleb also is slowly turning right-leaning, or because the left has walked so far left that he's being pushed to a center of things. He doesn't understand just how bad things really are, or how things fully operate yet. Remember, Caleb, as much as I like the guy, he's got a lot of things he does he's very clueless about, and is also ignorant about, too. Especially when it comes to cars. That's something that our personal passion and love. Some of the things he's said of how he's so much smarter than people by having a Tesla, because I don't need to get stuff repaired or components replaced. Motherfucker, you do. And it's not just the battery. It is the motor. It is the coolant system. There's a lot of fucking issues on Teslas themselves you have to fix. Especially components too, brakes-wise, tires. Things he doesn't even think about. There's even fluids he's got to get topped up. Doesn't even think about it. It's an electric car, it just runs on electricity. No, Caleb, there's a lot of components that go involved with that. So as much as a guy who worked on electric cars, on Teslas, Volvos. Fully blown electric Volvos and hybrid Volvos. A lot of things he doesn't get that I get, that I'm much younger than him for. There's things that I don't know, but he does. Right? It's being a whole tangent here too. I should stop tangent and go back.
Overall statistic is those with a degree, not necessarily. You, not necessarily. The statistic is double.
The statistic is that if you have a degree, you do make more money in certain fields that you need a degree. Caleb also said that with that artist chick with a sticker, and her husband that wanted to get that degree. She doesn't need the degree to be an artist.
Lifetime earnings.
Didn't someone, I couldn't remember who, someone famous said that.
Oh, someone famous said
Someone famous said something. Someone famous said something. I don't care.
This generation of millionaires are going to be plumbers, HVAC, and electricians, and none of those people need degrees.
Yeah, and Abraham Lincoln said, nigga.
Oh man, considering how much I know about history with Abraham Lincoln and the mythos around him and how the Civil War went down, the actual like dictator he kind of was to the North, yeah, and how the Emancipation Proclamation was kind of like an afterthought. My man.
So I don't care what your famous person.
I love that shit. I should just pull this book. And also too, I gotta say
the next generation of millionaires are going to be plumbers, HVAC, and electricians, and none of those people need degrees.
Yeah,
and I gotta say this too. I'm not a fan of hockey anymore, but my man, that's a good choice in team. That's a good choice in team right there, my man.
Abraham Lincoln said, nigga. So I don't care what your famous person said. How do we even know if what that famous person said is real or not? Like, what? I mean, what did he say? What did he say?
That the next generation of millionaires are going to be plumbers, electricians, and HVAC, the trades, right?
Sure, yeah, no, they're going to do very well.
We don't have to spend thousands of dollars on degrees.
All everyone can do. All of a sudden that happens, the pay for that demand goes down because
Caleb's being hyperbolic. He usually is with these type of things because it makes good controversy. It riles up a guest. It keeps an episode entertaining with him being vitriolic. When Caleb does more so this acting of the kind of like his high school debate team, because once again they're on financial audit, so they have no grounds to stand on. But when he does this, he'll also flip flop between each episode because it keeps things entertaining.
Because the demand is lower, because there's a lot of people in the job market. If everyone did that, the pay wouldn't be as good.
That's true. Thankfully, a lot of bitches hop to nursing because it makes so much money. There's gonna be so many old people. Yeah. It's also a low qualification job for a lot of nurses. Like the baseline of nurses, which a lot of people go for, not the actual nursing jobs that are needed. That's what people forget when they say there's a need for this job field. There's a need for trades, but just going with the easiest trade and the base level of it's not going to make you a millionaire. In fact, you're going to be making pennies on it. Also, I should advise you, don't go to automotive unless you get into electrical. Like hybrids and electrical automotive. That takes years to get into, like I've done. Don't get into automotive, okay? They'll compare you to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, and you'll have no respect by employers, by customers, by anyone being an automotive mechanic, and they pay you like shit too. However, the trades that do pay really well are the ones you can act as an apprentice for, but they also pay a lot. They also pay a lot in schooling too. Here's a trade that people don't think about, but that pays a shitload of money, but requires a lot of education, a lot of training, and a lot of skill sets prior, and even being licensed in certain trades prior to being hired or being accepted as an apprentice into this trade, elevator tech. Elevator techs are a dying breed, and it has been a rapidly evolving system as more places now want digital elevators as opposed to the straight line electrical mechanical elevators. There's more digital in terms of the interface. There's more digital now with touchscreens and advertisements and modern systems and elevators they want you to do now. And that shit is it's a really expensive trade. It's a well-paying trade. We're talking easy, more than just like the average, oh, I'm making $100,000, I'm a six-figure. I'm talking 200,000 plus. But that takes over a decade, and you also get some baseline computer engineering skills. Not just, I'm a software engineer, I'm just gonna take code and copy and paste it like, a script kiddie is. No, actual software engineering. You can't use AI to write your shit. You have to completely script it from the ground up. because each job is unique to itself. That's what we're talking here. And that's what pays really well, has good flexible hours, has good pay overall, is highly in demand. Because it's not just, I installed it, I can leave it. No, you have to do maintenance on elevators too. They're consumable. They pay, there's a lot of money, there's a lot of work in that, but it's a dime breed. Because the older elevator techs have worked on the standard line elevators we've had for years now. Decades. They're retiring. They're dying off. And there's a short supply of young ones getting into it who can also not just wrench, but can also code. And people forget about that. Because you have a lot of people who can code quotations. You have ones who can actually code without quotations. And then but how many of those people who can code can also turn a wrench? And I know it sounds easy. Oh, it's just easy to turn a wrench. Can they solder? Can they do wire diagnostics? Can they do electrical diagnostics? Can they do sheet metal work? Can they do all sorts of stuff like this? It's a very, very in-demand trade. So basically, in short, is if you go to a trade, you better be aiming for the elite level of that trade to make that good money. And at that point, you start your own business. Or you work for a higher end corporation that pays you what you're fucking worth.
I'm just saying, I don't agree you should go to spend thousands.
Drake here doesn't understand that. And a lot of people like him don't understand this. Because they bought the Kool-Aid, but they drank the Kool-Aid and either A, they're in trades, or B, they're non-trades. And they just do jack fuck all, thinking the money will come trickling down to them. To get in trades, you have to do just more than like, I'm gonna grind and hustle, bro. No. Grind and hustle means being smart about it. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna get fucked around like I have. But you're gonna learn.
Thousands of dollars on college unless you're going to go be a doctor or engineer and actually use that degree.
That's not
for
how that
something.
works. Teachers do well with their degree. Marketing
A lot of
does
teachers
well
now don't
with their
even
degree.
need degrees now, right?
You need a bachelor's degree to go to any school to be a teacher.
You do.
To be a librarian, you
don't need a degree to be a college teacher. Especially for trades too. You don't even need to have a teaching degree to be a college teacher. Did you know that?
a
Not
master's
university, college. Just college, not university.
degree.
There's a lot
Just
of
to be a
degrees that make sense.
librarian.
I'm not saying go get an art degree or a music degree, but there's a lot of degrees that make sense.
Okay, but going to college with no purpose doesn't make sense.
Sure, there you
Exactly.
go. Once you push the goalpost all the way to the other side of the earth, yes, I agree with you. But your I don't agree with college at the beginning is...
Not everybody needs college. And a lot of people waste money going to college.
And the famous
and waste their
person was
degrees.
Jensen from NVIDIA.
Did you look it up?
I didn't.
That's my quant.
Your what?
The magic man in the computer did.
We love him.
I want to at least go to college to get my basics, and
Why do you need your basics if you're not going to convert that into a degree that has a return on investment?
hopefully at that point I'd be able to figure
hopefully.
out what I want to do
Oh,
and
good.
then continue
Hey,
on to further.
you're 24 and you've never figured out anything ever, and you literally just sit and your only complaint is, I can't figure it out.
In my defense,
So-
I thought I would have offed myself by now, but
Oh,
I obviously
how
didn't.
nice. That's
So-
only what every other guest says on this show. So
That
that's such a bullshit thing. Such a Gen Z. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Okay, Boogie298. Like, what? Shut up. That's not a reality that was ever probably likely considered. I don't even want to hear it. Don't even say. That is seriously 30% of all guests are saying that these days. I don't even need to think about it. I wasn't even worried about it. I didn't even think I'd be alive. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Grow up and do something. Take a second and think and add.
Imagine whining like an emo without being emo. You are a dumb bitch.
Advocate for yourself. What a dumbass bullshit, stupid point you have. You have no maturity in life, and you refuse to do anything, especially even for your fiance. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
I do a
Step
lot.
up.
I do a lot. I
What do
take
you-
care of everything at home. The dogs, the groceries. I cook dinner every single night of the week.
So do you just want to be a trad wife?
That would be fun, but we can't quite.
Trad wife is a label used by whores who realize they're burnt out and never want to be and can't do anything else. You either are, you aren't, and you don't put a label on yourself. You put a label on yourself to make yourself feel special. It's your little button to put on your sash. I will never, ever buy into anything that's trad. And also, too, people forget about the trad lifestyle. The woman made money somehow. She part-timed, she worked outside the home, and she got to helping with the finances. It's a lot more trad than just cooking and having kids. Even then, it's not all peaches and cream either on that end.
Tried that.
Okay, what's your job?
We tried
What's your job, Drake?
I'm an HVAC technician.
Oh, I wonder where that big opinion came from earlier.
Okay. Burnout horse, you mean the evangelical pastor's lowest common denominator? Yep. And my problem is, though, is that he just said he's an HVAC tech. Drake, we're going to get to how much money he makes because I know I'm saying I'm becoming an HVAC tech, and I know what I'm getting into with the trades as a tradesman myself. And Caleb is just going to, raise the eyebrow. You want to know something about HVAC techs? A lot of people become HVAC techs, but he's really an apprentice. A lot of people become apprentices illegally. They're HVAC techs, bro. He's not actually he's not registered with an apprenticeship board. He's not registered with an apprentice or with a trade board. In fact, he doesn't even probably have his license for gas fitters and gas handling licenses that you need for HVAC. Did you know that? Because I know this sounds like, that's probably something we have in Canada. No, it's in the States too. We've had guys who had to flee up from the States to get their degree so law enforcement in the States don't fuck them over. So they can get their degree legally up here and then go back down to the States and work back where they were working because they were going to be fined out the ass for illegally working on HVAC units they weren't supposed to be touching. Because my uncle got me in on this job here too. You weren't supposed to be working on that unit. You might have the skills, yes, but also you were being underpaid, you were undersupervised, you were doing illegal operation, you weren't going by code books, you weren't going by the standards, what's out there. And it's more than just like, well, why would I care about standards? When you're dealing with, because HVAC is more safer, but when you deal with gas fitting and propane and gas appliances, you fucking need those standards because it's not like a oopsie daisy, I have a little leak here and I'm only polluting the atmosphere. No, motherfucker, if that gas line goes boom, that takes out a whole home, if not block. I've seen the videos of residential blocks going up because one home had a massive fucking gas leak and that goes off like a chain event. And motherfucker, if you've not seen that happen, it's brutal. We're talking lives lost, close to 100, if not over triple digits sometimes. Because you didn't install it properly. It is far more surgical than, in fact, it's a lot more dangerous than even what electricians do. Okay? It is and the problem is we work at odds with plumbers and electricians because it's like we all have to work in unison, but the plumbers and electricians are like, I have my own way of doing things and I have my own board, but it's like in terms of most boards of like home building by inspectors, we take gas fitters and HVAC guys take precedent over the rest of them because it's like you're dealing with explosive material. You need to take precedent so that all the safety and guidelines we have set out are in place so nothing happens. A lot of older electricians and older plumbers they love gas fitter guys because it's like, okay, even if you're a young guy going by the books, well, they actually like the younger guys going by the books too because it's like you're trying to make sure your job's right, and once you're done with your end, we can get to start on ours and we can get our work done. The new guys are going to be the ones that are up your ass. He's like, I just want to get out of here. It's like, no, you wait for us. When we're done, have at thee. Because our wiring is different from your wiring. And also, we have to do our own wiring too. So we have to work with both 12 volt and 120 volt systems. Something that a lot of people don't recognize too. But going back to Drake here, I bet you $20 on the line. He's not actually a registered apprentice or tech and doesn't have his licenses. Whatever they call their license down in the States, I don't know what they have. He probably doesn't have that license with him. That gas license with him. The gas handler's license to be more exact. I don't think I will bet you $20 he probably does not even have that. And he's working these things illegally. And that's why he's probably not making a lot of money. He'll talk all this, I'm hustling, bro. The moment he gets fucking caught by inspectors, and inspectors come out to these jobs frequently more than you think they do, Oh, he's gonna have to hightail it up north to get his license. I bet I'll probably see him at one of the trade schools I go to up north here because he had to flee. Because especially in the South too, the southern red states, Texas is kind of going purple. Unfortunately, they take that shit seriously, and they're thankfully their law enforcement outside metropolitan areas. Oh boy, they love to lay down the law on dangerous shit like that.
Like that the labor demand is so tight. That is why your pay is high. Enjoy it.
Also did
Yes.
plumbing before this.
Congratulations.
Are you licensed plumber?
What do you make?
$4,000 a month salary, plus some commissions.
That's good.
How much commission? Because that isn't like the big ego stroke.
It really just depends, right? HVAC can be slow during the winter.
Average month, asshole.
Yeah, and also you're not a gas fitter too, which means you can't work in the winter. I can, or I theoretically will be able to.
That's average 1,500 to 2,000
A month.
a month.
Okay, so what hits
And
your
commissions.
account a month on average?
On average, I guess a little over 5,500.
Okay, I mean, you can do a household in San Antonio on that. So you could trad wife it. And I know from what we have is she desperately wants to get pregnant and become a MILF ASAP. But I guess you guys don't agree on this kid thing at all. You guys don't even join on finances. Can't even have conversations about money without her shutting down.
Yeah, slightly.
And he won't even stick it in you as far as I know, right?
What?
Work can be stressful sometimes.
Work can be stressful
We're
sometimes.
gonna be stressful sometimes, so fuck it. So fuck the stress out.
I mean,
I'm
it's
also
HVACing,
I'm
so
also
I
the
don't-
service manager.
Ah, okay, that would equate to
So
stress.
yeah.
So you want to get babies put in you. He's not really putting it in you. And life is stressful. You can't even talk about money. He shuts down the financial conversations. You can't even answer questions to save your life. What the fuck is going on? Why are we even together if we don't agree on literally pretty much anything? And things aren't even healthy here.
Because I love her. She's hot.
God damn.
Is that what you want to hear?
We
She's gonna honker on her. I'll say that much.
not necessarily.
You're not bad looking.
I'd like to think that's not my best or my only quality.
She's not fat. I can give her that much. That's better than most girls.
But
Okay.
I'd want to be more than just pretty.
Okay, says the wannabe trad wife.
We
And
attempted that.
that's why I made her get a job, because after the whole computer thing, I gave her some time to stay at home, and I was making some money. But I would come home, the house wasn't clean, dishes were stacking up in the sink.
Why aren't you doing shit?
Pure laziness at that point, honestly.
And-
That seems
Okay, so that's just you being a lazy bitch. Okay, you admitted it, but you're being a lazy bitch. What the fuck did you fix it?
to be the reality currently. With you getting another job
still
or
fixed
being
it.
responsible in any way, or 2 years when you were looking for a job and no one's hiring, even though everyone was hiring anyone.
I was doing like DoorDash in that time period. So it wasn't like,
Well, that's not
it's not
practicing
necessarily.
track.
3 hours of it
per.
per day, if that.
Okay, well, she was
every
doing
other-
something.
Maybe
You're
more than
suggesting she was
that.
only staying home.
I'd leave at like anywhere between like 9 and 11, and then I'd come home at like 4:35ish.
Okay, how are you guys able to have this lifestyle that you want when in the interview again, before this, when you weren't there, he's saying, oh my goodness, it is so annoying how she's constantly asking for everything. And then you said independently, it's so annoying how he's always saying no for everything I'm asking for.
That's because she has a bad habit in like 5 minutes bringing up 10 different things we can spend money on. And Ed's stressed out with everything else we got to spend. I got to pay bills. We have a wedding coming up. I have absolutely zero money saved up for, we don't have all the extra money to be blowing on rent. She wants a goat, a house, a car, anything and everything. She'll ask for it.
I mean, I have a note that you think she's the entire problem for y'all's financial situation.
Well, she does spend a lot.
I know nothing about the finances. If I knew more,
Why don't you clue her
Why
in?
don't you know about the finances?
I don't know. I just
What are you
haven't-
hiding the finances?
No, I'm not hiding
What the
anything.
fuck? I mean, that's a relatively decent argument.
I have a bad.
So she spends a lot. Okay, that's granted, but oh, you two are not communicating. Both your ends. You're both the problem here. It's not a one sex thing. It's you both. You can't fucking communicate to save your lives. Oh god. Now, I know I will be very misogynist towards women because personal experience too. Women typically don't communicate in relationships or on dates. From my experience, usually do a lot of the heavy lifting as a man until it's something they're interested in. You can't get them to shut up, which is fine until it's like me. But by the same metric too, why aren't you two talking about stuff that you should be?
Had a habit of asking people for help, or I just do everything myself because I know it's
she
gonna
just
get
wants
done.
to look, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? Help? You're not asking for help. It's like she doesn't know what's going on in the finances, so she just swipes.
Well, she kind of does. She does know. She knows
Well, what?
like
She
the
just
car
said she
payment,
doesn't.
car insurance. She knows the rent. She just doesn't know exactly like I guess when it gets paid, but
I don't
she
know.
does because I have
Or
my
how much money's
ballpark
anywhere.
numbers. I know how much the car payment is, and then I know how much rent is.
Knowing how much
and
a
that's
payment
about it.
is different than knowing how much money's coming in, where it
Exactly,
is, and
See,
everything.
we don't sit down or ever have conversations
Okay,
like that.
well, she's advocating for that.
Yeah.
guess
She's
I
saying
just-
her spending's bad, but she doesn't even know her spending's bad.
I know, like I'm severely self-aware that my spending is bad. It's
Then why do you do it?
Yeah,
Great
that's the
question.
That is a great question. Honestly, my entire life, everything has always just been handed to me, and
Oh,
it is a
good.
very
How
horrible.
about you grow
Oh my god. Here we go.
up? That's the whole entire point of this conversation so far
Yes.
for you. Stop being a literal child.
She went
I-
from living with her parents to living with me, and I started paying all the bills.
There was no transition period?
No.
No.
You guys are still
Oh my
children.
God.
Yeah, no. When we started, like, I moved out of my parents' house.
I don't like that mentality either of calling people young and kids who are into their early to mid 20s, because that is a fallacy and a half. I know there's less roadblocks. I have to explain this to my older relatives, and I try to defend myself with my older relatives, basically. There's a lot of roadblocks only for younger people. Same token, too, when it comes to accountability and responsibility, it shouldn't apply to an infantilization of adults this age. And that only seems to go up and up and up. And mainly it's lopsided towards girls, of course, where they'll treat them be so like, oh, she's so young. She's 35. She's 32. However, by going back to this, and I know this is the greatest generation, but even then, Vietnam, Korea, too. You can think of any of the wars we've had in the sandbox, unfortunately. There was men getting shot at who were 18 years old. Some of them were 17. If you remember Trombley from Generation Kill, I think he was like 17 going on 18. When they paired him up with the Marines, he excelled. And the basic Marine Corps when he got signed up with the recon. Trombley was an apprentice to them, but like he was young. He was very young. So what I'm saying is, you're an adult. I don't like when he's calling them kids, or he's trying to say you're young. It's like I'm younger than them, and I feel old because life hits you sideways, and you gotta keep rolling with it, and you feel like a loser when you see people who've had far more chances handed them outright far away succeeds you, and it's like fucking hell. Or because they're born as a woman and can do things, and it's like she's making more money. It's like, yeah, because she's a woman. There's a lot more things open to women. But it's like equally too. It's like I feel old just from lived experience. I'm just disgusted by this behavior, what they're doing.
I've never lived on my own. I've never had to like take care of all of the bills, and
When it comes to boomers, the best of them died in Vietnam. Yep. And the ones that are able to make it back from Vietnam, unfortunately, were laughed at and humiliated and had because of silver spoon hand kids, cosplayers, and Jane Fonda. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it. They weren't able to fully recover and to lead the next generation.
everything on my own. And so, like, I am very ignorant whenever it does come to that because everything.
How ignorant are you? When you sent in statements for the show, you guys got into a massive fight the moment he saw your statements.
I didn't realize she wasn't
What
paying
happened?
off
Tell
her
me
credit.
exactly what happened with that.
Because she told me, oh, I'm going to get groceries on my, I'm going to open up a credit card. And I know her spending, so I kind of urged her not to. And she was like, well, I'm going to do it. now that I have a job, I'll use it to get groceries and then I'll pay it off every month and just use it to build my credit. Well, I guess that happened one time and she never paid it off, and I didn't realize that. I didn't know. And when we were sending in statements, she was like, yeah, this is maxed out because I never paid it.
Yeah.
Same thing with her Cash App. I didn't know her Cash App borrow was maxed out either.
I thought getting a credit card would be a good idea. I thought that I would be responsible. And
oh, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. And welcome. I couldn't see who that was, but thanks for subscribing. Thank you.
Pay it off, unfortunately. I don't like to pay it off. I want the money.
You don't like to pay it off.
It's not that I don't like to. I don't want to spend the money. Yes. I don't want to spend the money because then it's not in my account and then I can't spend it on other things.
And this is what you want to be with?
That's why we're here. I want to get it changed. Especially before we get married and combine finances.
Oh, boy.
I need to pay it off. It's in my brain that I need to pay it off, and I know I do.
Okay, so you're incapable of everything. You can't look for a job. You can't pay off a card. You can't figure out what you want to do. You can't figure out even what class to take. You can't do anything. And your only excuse is, I can't do it. Like, what the I don't know how to work with that. Someone like you is just a they think, because people in this like TikTok generation of bullshit, Gen Z crybaby, moral masturbators, they accept you saying, my boundary is not having to think about that. It's like, no, f your boundary. I don't give a f about your boundary. Your boundary doesn't all of a sudden entitle you.
Your boundaries doesn't encompass the world. What are you watching? Hi. Oh, there we go. Hybrid Red. We're watching Caleb Hammer. We're watching potheads get their ass creamed out on Caleb Hammer. It's such a beautiful time, isn't it?
To be a moron. Like this is your enablement no longer. You not thinking is you fucking up your life, but what am I going to do with that? I can't do anything. I don't give a fuck and I have no sympathy for it. You're just choosing not to, and you're falling back on that excuse that other people have allowed for you to excuse your behavior. Grow up.
I know that there's I know I need a new job and I need to find something before I quit. I'm too comfortable.
You didn't listen. You didn't say it. You didn't do it. You lying bitch.
Comfortable with not my job is easy. I don't have to do much, and so I'm too comfortable.
My job is easy. That's why I'm quitting.
Yeah.
I'm quitting because I'm not making the amount of money that I need to be making.
And you haven't.
Oh my gosh, she's got a stress ball. Tell for that video probably was a bad person tax worse people. What are you smoking, brother? What Hybrid Red? What are you smoking? Are you calling Caleb a bad person? How do you figure that much? I mean, Caleb's an asshole, of course. Caleb's meant to be an asshole. That's the shtick of it. Welcome to the Maury show, but for finances. But he's basically telling it what it is. I don't see where you're sitting on this.
Ask them once. You haven't even literally brought it up in a singular conversation.
I was told something about the management position, and then ever since then,
don't care.
You
haven't brought up your pay at all.
She just keeps skirting around the question. I don't like the way he goes at stuff. Caleb's an idiot on some things. I've made it clear of what I think he's an idiot about, but finances on basic economic finances and budgeting, no. And it's kind of also an intervention. For entertainment, of course, but it's an intervention nonetheless.
Not once.
12 an hour.
I don't care. You haven't brought up your pay to them. One time.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Stop bleeding out money making minimum payments across multiple high-interest accounts. Most Americans are spending hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars that could be going toward actually paying.
Now, this type of ad I may not be in agreement with because Sirius Kovac, talking from Sirius Kovac experience, I'm very wise in my finances. I've been fiscally literate since I was a child because I was raised by parents who taught me finances. Taught me not just the value of a dollar, but taught me how to budget, save, and invest, and keep my money tucked away. They also told me don't open a bunch of accounts you won't be able to afford that have high interest just because you want to skirt away from a different account. Don't get a bunch of credit cards. Now, technically, it's also a good idea to have some different credit cards, but also credit cards have annual monthly fees, so annual fees that you have to pay into. So I personally don't see more of the purpose of having 1 or 2 credit cards, if at most 2 credit cards. Never mind, I'm thinking of the wrong person. Yeah, I think you're thinking of someone else. I'm not gonna go at you for that, but Caleb is not that. Caleb's an asshole for the show, but he's also smart about what and he's also gonna have an intervention for these people. You're thinking of someone else here. But my problem is though, is that it's because the reason why I don't like the ads because maybe it's just time for someone with common sense, but I'm thinking of that one dude in Kill Tony. I don't watch Kill Tony, so I couldn't tell you who it was. But Caleb here basically is promoting this ad to a lot of people who are floundering, but are not on the levels to get on the show. But my problem is a lot of people also watch these shows as a feel-good for their own financial situation without looking into like, hey, just how close am I to hitting the levels to get on Caleb's show? Because a lot of them are a lot closer than they think they are because they don't take the responsibility they should.
Paying down debt instead of lining some bank's pockets. And look, if you're sitting on high interest credit card debt, a car loan at 18%, or, oh my goodness, a payday loan charging you triple digit interest rates, you need to hear this. If you've already cut up the cards and built better financial habits, but you're still drowning in interest payments, barely making progress, this is for you. I have opened my very own marketplace, a personal loan marketplace that lets you get personalized offers from multiple lenders in one place. You can see if you pre-qualify in minutes and it won't impact your credit score. But here's the deal. This isn't a magic bullet. If you refinance your debt but keep swiping, you're just making the problem worse.
Exactly.
You still need to...
Once again, it's an ad, but it's also advice to people who... I want to make fun of these people who need to hear it, but also, too, it's what they need to hear.
Fix the behavior that screwed you in the first place. But if you're serious about getting out of debt...
It's also a disclaimer so he doesn't get his ass sued by people who are complete idiots and don't fucking understand to take advantage, to fix your life. But here's a tool that he's giving to you. It's all sold there, but people will still try to sue because people are fucking idiots.
Faster, you could potentially lower your monthly payment by securing a single payment at a much better rate. Check out the link in the description below to see your personalized offers or go to calebhammer.com. And remember, you still got to do the work. You suck with money, so you download a budgeting app. You start with the classic one, YNAB, but everyone just deletes it because it's way too complicated to use. So you go to Every Dollar. That's Dave Ramsey, the personal finance guy, right? Well, they're going to force you to use it his way. That's not very personal finances. Rocket Money, they got a lot of commercials, but they're owned by Rocket Mortgage. Guess what they want to sell you in the end? And there's the new guy on the block, Monarch. Hundreds of millions of dollars of private equity raising so far, but private equity doesn't have the best track record when it comes to private data. That's why I like DollarWise. Built by these people just like you, for people just like you. No private equity, no gimmicks, just the best budgeting app there is. Download it now, start the free trial, dollarwise.com, link in the description below. If you're incapable of doing that, it's not even conversation. You're just bringing up a conversation. At least drop it as a nugget. Bro, you're incapable of doing anything. How you wake up every day, I don't even know. You're incapable of anything. Are you not hearing that yet? And that's what you want to be with? I am so confused on that. I could never handle that in my life. She can't do anything.
Now, hi, Reddit. I know you're coming in here later on in the episode. We haven't gone to the main point of the episode of why they're in debt. And it's coming up. But she is flat out useless. She doesn't defend herself, doesn't do anything for herself, doesn't fend for herself, doesn't even clean the house when she tried to be a trad wife, quote unquote trad wife. Doesn't do shit. Isn't capable of anything. Injured her hand with 2 pit bulls. Trying to break up a fight between 2 pit bulls. Years ago, her hand's fully recovered, can fully operate. But I had nerve damage. No, you can fully operate your hands. Had a desk job at her home on a computer and completely null and voided that. She's just lazy, she's stupid, and she doesn't do anything for herself. And this guy, who's also not the brightest tool in the shed, is being dragged along for the ride. I don't get the trad wife thing in this economy. It's mainly a LARP that women who I've said before are washed up whores do as the new born again Christian thing, right? They've had their floozy fun, and now they are ready to settle down, but they need an extra thing to make themselves feel unique and special. It's also something to sell online as a lifestyle, to sell to people, to make money off of. Washed up what? Whores. Yeah, I fucking said it. You don't believe me? Look at most of the trad wives. Yeah. That's what a lot of them are. Jesus, dude, you are blunt. I know. I've never pulled punches on my streams. I don't pull punches on my streams. I know a lot of people are afraid to hear this, and I'm not trying to be like, I'm the edgy VTuber. A lot of people who follow me a lot know what I am. I'm a guy who's lived a life. And I'm younger than these two people here. I'm of that new breed of VTuber coming up. No man wants to be safe option after the fun times. Exactly. Exactly, Chippeso. But I'm of that newer breed of VTuber. I've been a VTuber fan I've been watching VTubers since 2018. Like, I've been watching VTubers for years. But I'm of that new breed that's coming up, where it's men who finally saved up to get a model, who are blue-collar, former military veterans. Not my case, but blue-collar, former military veterans. Basically guys who've taken all the kicks to the teeth in life that the modern world can give them. And you don't get princess, the princess treatment your whole life. Things are a little bit different. Things are a little bit more fun. I just don't like how women who are in the trad wife thing are like, why vote when you can bake bread? And that's so fucking dumb, in my opinion. I don't agree with it too. Well, actually, I'm on the fence sometimes. I hear some really stupid shit where I will jokingly and half agree with repeal the 19th. Same token too. No, you should. If you're a God-given citizen of that country, you're not illegal. You are a citizen of that nation, have been a proven citizen through a heavy vetting process, which we used to have. Many nations used to have. Man or woman, you should be allowed to vote. You're an adult, you vote. Maybe if you're not on the welfare system, you shouldn't be able to vote because you're heavily dependent on the government. I'm half and half on that one because that is a whole nother can of worms to open with a lot more intricacies that we can go on and on about. But we're here to watch about finances here, about the Caleb Hammer show. However, with trad wives, yeah, I don't, because that's also a LARP they do of the why vote when you can bake bread. That's people who are trying to sell you a trad wife image on their social media. My grandmother was a trad wife, quote unquote. She handled the company's finances. She took care of the boys. She took care of the family. She took care of the house. But she also ran that business. And she had the right to vote too. Guess what? Things can happen as well that a lot of these people who sell the trad wife lifestyle actually don't believe in. Because they themselves are genuine grifters. Not throwing the word grifter out. I mean genuine dyed-in-the-wool grifters. They just had their OnlyFans they still have open up. But I'm closing it soon, so make sure you subscribe for the last couple months as I'm going to go to my new Catholic lifestyle. My grandpa was technically a trad husband. Yeah. But in this economy, being a trad wife is... Having a stay-at-home wife is hard. Maybe if you had a VTuber wife, that would be the case. That was successful. But I think that's a cultural thing. It could be a cultural thing too. So long as it's not the detriment of the family, then it's fine. If it's a tradition that comes at the detriment of the family's wealth and comfort of living, then I think that's something that should be considerably tossed to the wayside for the time being. It's an ideal of what we should go to, but it's not the de facto of what has to be. If you follow that. A woman can be educated, it can also be a stay-at-home mom. If times get tough, she has something to fall back on. I feel the kid should be first, but if the house needs a second income, the house gets a second income. I'm not adverse to that. I've never been adverse to that. I've seen guys who throw shit fits about that as a hypothetical, and it's like, dude, you need a second income. And if she has the ability to do so, she should do that. And I hear women who are like, well, I don't want to do that because I want to be a trad wife. No, you want to be a trad wife after you've had your fun. Shut the fuck up and get ready to see how tough it is being an actual trad wife. Because actual trad wives work a lot harder than a lot of you baby back bitches do. And not just with housework and child rearing. It's a lot more than that. And a lot of you baby back bitches don't know finances. You don't know investing. You don't know setting up retirement plans and funds with your husband's money. You don't understand the taxation that goes involved and keeping up tax receipts. There's a lot of things involved there too that I got taught by these trad wives and trad women too. Even as a man, I got taught cooking by them too. I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. Because maybe because I've lived and I've had close relatives that are this. So you get a lot of taught experience in life.
Anything.
She did get to retire me for a few months when she got her dead uncle check.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I got 120.
Oh, that's gonna set me off. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep pausing about this. This is gonna set me off too. I'm hearing about this dead uncle. As a man who had a very close uncle, I had an uncle I was very close with who my family tragically lost due to scleroderma, which runs in my family. That typically targets the lungs, which I fear I may have. Not right now. I'm not saying as a pity party. I don't have it diagnosed yet, but it tends to show its nasty head to us around our 30s and 40s. This is gonna hurt me if she does anything to disregard her uncle, who left her money, because I know I got left no inheritance. It's not like I should have. It all went to his son, which naturally it should have. This talking about your uncle, you better be respectful in this man's life, because this is one of the few things that will set me off, because I had to be there for the decision and be in his dying breath. This is something that's very particular to me. This is something that will hurt me if she acts disrespectful.
$22,000 inheritance check.
What number?
Yeah. I got $122,000 inheritance check.
Oh my god. Oh my god. 122,000. Do you know, and this is USD, in San Antonio, Texas, if you leave San Antonio and go to the boonies of Texas, this is a down payment on a home. Like a good home. I know the housing market is screwed 7 ways to Sunday. This is a down payment on a home you're talking here. You could probably even get an acre on a ranch, like an acre in a ranch house with a down payment with that amount. And now we're gonna figure out how she squandered this. That is more than a parting gift of what I believe in for generational wealth. Now let's see how she fucked this over, and why she's the reason why I sometimes go back, haha, as a joke, is also a thoughtful experiment of let's repeal the 19th, because, oh my god, we're gonna figure out how she and her dopey boyfriend here, but mainly her, how she squandered that money.
To then which we, like, blew in a year.
2 months?
Jesus fucking Christ. In a year. 122,000 in a year gone.
Year and a half out of what?
No, it was about it was like 8 months.
2/3 of a year.
What?
A school bus that
We
we
decided
converted.
to chase his dream.
To burn? Yo, was not expecting you yet tonight. Also tell us playing debts, and I know he's playing Pragmata. Did he say burn?
What?
A school bus that
We
we
decided
converted.
to chase his dream.
That we converted. Okay. and chase his dreams.
The school bus.
Okay, Drake, you're a retard too.
You.
It was his dream.
It's pretty cool.
Shut the fuck up, Drake. Shut the fuck up. Okay, you know what? You know what? Okay. So, my viewers know I'm Canadian, and how fucked our housing market is. More fucked than even blue states, and where a lot of my viewers come from. A school bus is not a bad idea. As the money she got is no more than the cost of my home. Yep. Yeah. So, in Leafland, it's advisable you also buy a school bus to convert because the insurance on it is kind of that of a recreational trailer home, where insurance is no more than $369 Canadian a year on average for a converted school bus, which means you can have a converted living home from a full-size Bluebird or coach like Yellowbird school bus. Not terrible, considering a lot of them also, not all of them are just diesels. You can also get some General Motors gasoline school buses, but also the Ford, particularly the Ford diesel, like power diesels, stroke diesels are decently enough, and they're not hard to figure out, and they're pretty robust and easy to be converted, and they're pretty simple to work on. This is coming from a guy who's a mechanic, who's an automotive mechanic. Yeah. These two dopey motherfuckers are not in that situation where they could have actually had a proper home, but he wants to live the cool lifestyle that I heard about because of my TikToks, my Instagram reels. You are a stupid motherfucker, and I ought to strangle you right there. And you're a stupid bitch I should strangle out too, like fucking Wayne Brady right now. And that's a joke from the Wayne Brady Chappelle show bit. But I ought to strangle you both out right now for this. If I was in your situation, Broad, oh my god. And you know why I'm getting more upset about this? More than just an uncle thing. Do you want to hear a little story that I promised to bring up here, too? That I'm not going to be interrupted for? Let's be a Sirius Kovac interesting lore. One of the places I used to work for, I used to also do taking secondhand work from a different shop next door that was a body shop. Great people. I love them, too. They had a clientele of white trash that the girlfriend inherited $44 million from her family. Her folks were the lost generation, and she was a Gen Xer. She and her eloping white trash boyfriend, too, decided they would live every day like it was a party, because granted, it's their money, but, they're not going to have kids. They already said, we're not having kids, we're going to blow it all. $44 million, they live every day like it's a party. They spent $2,700 in one day on Costco Wagyu, just because they could, to have a big grill out and brag about it. And then they bought a car that I had to write off, unfortunately, a Volvo C30 T5, which I have had. That's my favorite car because I own one, and I've actually owned two so far. This one though was a third one that I got my hands on, but I wasn't able to legally own it. They bought it to become a demolition car. It was a perfectly fine Polestar edition C30. But then they decided to take it to the body shop and have it written off as scrap. Because there's an electrical problem that we just don't want to fix. There's also mold in it too, but that could have been easily rectified. The electrical problem is the starter wasn't working. The starter circuit wasn't working, and all I needed was a starter. But they put it as a write-off, so the insurance company had to scrap it. So I got it for $800 as a parts car. A manual transmission Polestar Edition C30. I got it as a parts car, but I couldn't legally put it back on the road because it was already written off. These motherfuckers were so wasteful. And on top of all this too, every week they got into a drunk driving accident and they just paid off. They just put the money up front for it to get the car, either run away from the scene of the accident and get the car fixed, or they just pay off the person if they collided with someone, just to pay it off. I'm disgusted by people like this who get golden opportunities at the expense of someone's hard-earned living and life, and they waste it like this. How fucking dare you? How dare you squander that thoughtful, basically lineage wealth like that? How dare you? How fucking dare you? It's not like, oh, I want you to live my dreams. I'm planning that fiscal tree with the money I inherit and the money I make in my lifetime for future generations. How dare you just squander it, you selfish, entitled bitch who wants to be a trad wife, you. With your big-ass nose. Christ, with a nose like that, I thought you'd be financially responsible. But I guess not.
It's not my dream.
And we converted it into a mobile home.
And yes, that's gonna be a snide, offensive joke at the expense of her honker with a bit of like undertones to it too. So sue me. I can have a lark with crass jokes like that on the off cuff. So fucking sue me.
120,000?
No, that was only maybe 40,000. She thinks it's 60. I say 30, so we meet in the middle and say it's about 45.
What?
Yeah.
Does that even work? How about you just do the math?
We did. I swear it was only like 35,000 that we spent into it.
I feel like it was more.
No, because we sat down and did the math.
I don't care.
Besides the point, yeah.
Oh my.
You spent $35,000 on a used bus. Oh my god, you get those things for cheaper.
And
I was at the conversion on top of that too.
Where'd the rest of it go?
I did quit working for 6 months.
What?
I was building the school. I was building it out. So the plan was.
That was your job.
I had to come back to these, but my understanding is these guys are just dumb teens who know not the value of their wealth. Dude, they're 23 and 24. They're not teens. They inherited this last year. They're both older than me.
Building out a school bus? Oh,
Yeah.
You suck. Oh, you suck equally now. Buddy, no one would survive off $120,000.
No, as we learned, it went pretty quickly.
You thought you would make it to death?
No,
$120,000?
no, not to death.
Then
At
how
least-
can you take time off of work? Because that just needs to sit there. It needs to grow. You just lost millions of dollars if you put that in the marketplace over the course of your life in compound growth.
Yes.
Millions lost.
Mr. I want to be a millionaire as a tradesman. Fuck off. You don't even recognize this?
It's a big regret.
And what's the and what's the situation of the school bus?
Right now.
Yeah, they're just H250. Stop calling them kids. They're in their fucking 20s. Grow the fuck up. Stop treating kids like kids. How are they at the same age as me and they acting like 19-year-olds? Dude, have you seen our generation, Hybrid Red? Have you seen our generation? Not just playing not just trying the LARP and suck up to boomers and millennials and Gen Xers. I'm not doing that. I don't like a lot of the older generation either because they cause a lot of these problems. But have you seen our generation? Right? Acting like children into their 20s, and then there's even like the older Gen Z or like younger millennials that are in their 30s acting like children. You don't even need to look far. Look at other streamers, look at other VTubers on Twitch who are like a decade older than me or far older than me, and they act like high school girls. Or you can look at people who act like high schoolers who are in their 30s. I've talked about my dating experience of dealing with women that I basically had to babysit who were 36. Who were nearly 2 decades older than me. Yeah. I'm just saying. It's princess syndrome. And then you got, oh, dude, I don't need to grow up, man. I'm like young forever. That I'm gonna die young. Broski, bro. Let's get lit, bro. That's what he is. I'm disgusted with him too. Useless.
Now it's parked in our backyard, but it's making us passive income, I guess, because my brother lives in it and I charge him $450 a month to live in it.
Why don't you sell it?
I don't want to sell it.
I don't care.
Because I want to take trips in it.
When?
The plan.
See, what I said earlier about converting a school bus as a living domicile is smart, where there's a massive housing crisis. But I want to have fun with it. It's my trailer park drive. Fuck you, cunt. Fuck you. Bro, it's not a Gen Z thing. I will say to my grave, it's how they grow up and how the parents of Gen Z suck so bad. I know, Ira. I said that too. It started with the baby boomers. It's basically started with the baby boomers. They were literally the first me generation. They were the me generation. And they started that mindset. And they're still being catered to. And it just kept going with the Gen X and Millennial and then Gen Z and then Gen Alpha. And then there's got to be a pattern in a row, because I'm not going to throw the baby with the bat towel yet, because it's a majority of the generation, but it's not everyone in the generation. Gen Z's not even in charge yet. Why are everyone dogging us? Because we're the new kids on the block. And we also have a lot of fuck-ups that get big, unfortunately. The system rewards degeneracy and stupidity. And unfortunately, the most vocal ones in the block are going to be the drooling retards, right? Let me ask you this too, because he's late Gen Z. That new kid on Twitch, Rakai, right? I've heard of his name. I was watching the It's a Gundam video about how he got in a little spat on DSP. Rakai physiognomy and also the way he acts and the way he also presents himself, Rakai is literally a Boondocks character. And the term that he's also the way the Boondocks would have portrayed a young idiot like him in the black community as you set us back 400 years and you are basically the living embodiment of a minstrel show. If you've not seen what Rakai does, he's the living embodiment of a minstrel show. And his ass getting... He has hardly a third grader's reading comprehension. And he is being propped up because of his stupidity. He basically rented his way to looking rich and then got big on Twitch for his stupid antics. Kind of copying what iShowSpeed did. It's basically, our society rewards degeneracy and idiocy. And that's why people blame Gen Z as a whole, because all you Gen Z are like that. No. You're seeing the ones that get silver spoon in hand fed and are treated and are spoiled, if not DEI, if not government incentive, and if not social media platform incentivized, if not fiscally and culturally incentivized to promote certain cultures and behaviors through media companies owned by certain funny groups. I'm so glad my parents got me into reading books. Exactly. You get to see the worst of the worst propped up. Meanwhile, the average Gen Z guy, like myself, who's only recently started VTubing last year, right? Gonna say I got late into the VTubing scene, which a lot of people will try to detriment me on if I ever get large enough. Even though I've been a VTuber fan since 2018, need I mind you that a lot of us younger guys now have a bit more time now. We finally afforded ourselves time that we're able to start streaming and VTubing, and now you're going to start, and not just the VTubing, but just streaming as a whole, you're going to see a lot more blue-collar guys with a lot more fucked up senses of humor, or military guys too, with a lot more fucked up senses of humor, from Gen Z and late millennials and of that era, because we're slowly finding time for ourselves, and affording time for ourselves to stream a bit on our evenings, and we're now slowly getting into the scene now. It'll be hard for us to climb up, but we're guys with lived experiences. That's the Gen Z that you don't see. And that's who's slowly going to be working their way up. Not myself. I'm not saying I'm going to be at the forefront of anything, but I'm just saying, like, on average, my point is that a lot of the blaming and, like, laughing at the Gen Z is a generational thing. The millennials had their hipsters and, like, the worst of the worst of their generation, and then the Gen Xers had their worst of the worst of their generation. Most Gen Z people are not that weird and dumb. Most of them are either artistic or just autistic or rough around the edges. I'll riz them with the tism, right? I'm as much of a poster boy for autism as it comes, in terms of the joking stereotype, because I'm a automotive enthusiast. I'm a train enthusiast. I'm a military aircraft enthusiast and tank enthusiast. I'm a fucking monster truck lover. Like, what else do I need to say? And more on top of that, I was like, I like these things. No, it's like, I know an unhealthy, obsessive degree about these topics. Artistic, not artistic, but I am both. I'm acoustic. I'm acoustic.
Was to travel and live like the van life.
Yeah, but how can you? You guys don't make money.
Yeah, let's get back
And
to
now
this.
you do
money.
HVAC. Like, it's not
easy.
Caleb is not smart when it comes to trade jobs. This guy, though, is not exactly the poster boy I would use for a successful tradesman. This idiot, as I said before, probably is not licensed in HVAC. He also only does HVAC. Guess what? You don't really need much of a license to do HVAC. You know what's great for the actual pay? When people say, I'm going to HVAC, you can make a lot of money in HVAC. It's typically you're a gas fitter and HVAC tech, and you're working on commercial buildings and rooftop units, not little residential units. This guy's only doing little residential units. He's not working rooftop like I'm going to be doing. That's where the money is. And then I can do do both seasons and propane and natural gas. So, Mr. I'm a hustler. Nope, not a hustler.
Well, no, it's like exactly.
But I'll have during the winter, it slows down a little bit. I'll be able to take some nice winter trips.
And her?
What winter trips?
She works part-time. She can probably get off.
Except she doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
It's like mostly full-time lately.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Sell this shit.
No, I don't want to.
Get the money, pay off the debt.
No, if I sold it, I would be buying another bus and doing it again.
It's been bothering me, but I just realized what he looks like now. He looks like a stoner version. Give me a second. I know his name. It just rolled up my head right now. So he's in the new Batman. Robert Pattinson. He looks like a stoner Robert Pattinson. I just realized that, like Robert Pattinson in his 20s. He looks like a stoner Robert Pattinson. I just realized that now. He has short bus addiction. He's not a short bus hero.
Great process.
And the rest of the check just went to literally living because you guys wanted to sit on your ass for 6 months?
Living
and drugs.
Smoked a lot of weed.
We were spending
Holy fuck. Here we go.
at least $1,000 a week on.
So that's why they're borderline retarded. I see now. Not like they were already retarded to begin with, but now we're at the window liquor stage. We're almost at the helmet stage.
$1,000 a week on weed?
Yeah, for
What the
like a
fuck is
solid 3
wrong with you
months.
Yeah.
You guys are losers, man.
Thank
You guys are
Caleb.
losers. When
I'm
was
so down.
this?
He looks like he was a trust fund shaggy. Yeah, I like Robert Pattinson, so I'm gonna use trust fund shaggy because I actually really like Robert Pattinson. Yeah, in my personal opinion, hot take, controversial take. I'm not against marijuana as medicinal use in terms of only for like THC and just very few things. Very few things you can use marijuana for. Hemp, I have some hemp shirts. Does chick have an OF? Surprisingly, not that we know so far. But yeah, if you smoke pot, you're a fucking loser. You do THC oil recreationally, you're a fucking loser. I'm sorry. But Sirius, you're being so judgmental of everyone. Doesn't some of your VTubers that you like don't they do THC and pot? Yeah, you know why I think you're a fucking loser if you do pot and THC? Because I've dealt with first-hand experience and close relatives and people I know who are fucking losers from THC and pot, and they acted all high and mighty and above you, and guess what? With all university degrees, they are flat fucking broke and are in massive amounts of debt, and they stink and reek like pot. And they're lazy, feckless losers. You want to lose complete motivation? Just do pot. Just do pot once. Do pot a few times. You'll lose any will for to do anything in life. Do recreational drugs. Doesn't matter if it's cocaine or methamphetamine. You'll fuck your body up far more on those. But pot? Oh yeah, you don't want to be a feckless loser. Do pot. As much as I like the man's works, weed and medicinal use or using cultural traditions, I think, is the only reasons to do weed. Even then, if your culture relies on weed, you're not a culture that's advanced terribly far. I'm gonna be real. But unfortunately, and as much as I love the man's work, in terms of his literature, Hunter S. Thompson has led to a generation of feckless drug addicts who want to act pseudo-intellectual. Because the ones that maybe at least have heard of Hunter S. Thompson act like fucking intellectuals. Because they act like they're so high and mighty to you because they do drugs, but they also read Hunter S. Thompson. No. I like his work. He at least had the memory after his ball tripping from the south, from his trip down to I forget which island he was at. From his time in the islands to the Kentucky Derby to deal with the Hells Angels to, of course, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. he at least had the mind to remember the shit going on, or parts of the stuff that was going on. Hunter S. Thompson has led to a bunch of idiots who will only use the man's name without even reading his work as their excuse of why they're such a intellectual and so above you, because I can dabble in these materials and these substances and be so much more enlightened than you in life. Fuck you are. The fuck you are.
This was 2023.
Bro, you guys were like 20.
The only thing I can think of that I'm fine with is the promotion of psychedelics as a experiment, which has been used many times for experimental, to try and cure PTSD and depression. If you mean the Rum Diaries, I believe Puerto Rico, but that's because the film, it was the Rum Diaries. That was it. That's what I was thinking of. But going back to it, I do believe that psychedelics can be used for some more radical treatments. I'm willing to dabble in that. I'm not trying to worship Joe Rogan, because Joe Rogan basically led to the worship of Hunter S. Thompson by stoners. I truly do believe that psychedelics should be looked into for that degree, for a good portion, for a good handful of things. Hot take, I don't think people should drink alcohol. Same here. I don't drink alcohol either. I was supposed to be an apprentice sommelier and winemaker. I didn't want to do that because it's not a good business to be in during recession. I don't drink alcohol. One thing I learned from alcoholics, from winemakers and distilleries, here's one thing I learned. It's the 10 crack commandments. You never taste your own product. You can sample your own product, taste it to see if it tastes well, but then you spit that shit out. You don't drink your own product. You don't consume your own poison. I don't drink alcohol outright. Last time I got drunk, I think I was like 15, 16. And it was only once. I just do not touch alcohol. I don't drink it. I don't use it. I don't spend money on it. I might give it as a gift if I know someone drinks, but I don't drink it myself. I don't touch it. I'm not gonna act high and mighty because I'm a teetotaler. I just don't do it because it's fiscally irresponsible. I care too much about my health, and I do enough physical exercise. I don't have time, and also I don't have time to be hungover. I just work out a lot. That's my stress relief. That's my drug. Working out, and I'm completely all natural on it. I'm all natural with my physique. I power lift and I do it naturally.
2022.
2022.
That's
yeah.
my vice.
20 and 21, you guys are.
Yeah, we weren't the brightest.
Did anyone have any
So the one who also have the same crack commandments? Yes.
advice? Did anyone talk to you guys?
Actually, my dad.
His dad said it was a great idea. My dad said we were stupid.
Yeah.
Your dad's right. What the fuck is wrong with your dad?
Dad's a hippie as well.
I hate hippies. I fucking hate hippies.
Hippie doesn't mean poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of is.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what the hippies were? Silver spoon in hand kids that got to go to university and get to dodge the draft for Vietnam, and then get to tell everyone else how, oh, I'm actually a freedom fighter. Oh, guys, peace and love, Jane Fonda. Let's ban nuclear energy, bro. Fuck off. The apple fell not far from the weed. Yeah.
He is. Doesn't mean you have to be poor though.
Yep.
Yeah. He kind of pushed me into getting the bus because I've always dreamed about it for a while. I always wanted to do it when I was young.
My uncle was a hippie. I'm not a dumbass. Don't bring down the hippie name with your helmet behavior. Man, I have problems with the hippies because I've dealt with remnants of leftover hippies, and they were socialists and communists that would belittle and berate you and my family lineage and say shit about you in my school. And on top of that, because it's not just I had to deal with it personally, but also because I also was family friends and looked up to with a lot of vets who had to deal with hippies, even though they were forced to go fight in Vietnam. And they came up to Canada after the war. Guess what? I don't want to hear shit from hippies.
And then, you know, we had the money and we were looking at buses, talking about it, and he kind of pushed us into doing it.
We get swayed into things relatively easy. I wanted a house and or a new car.
A house? You want to buy a house?
That's what I want.
Okay, she's an idiot with her money, but that's the only smart thing she said with that inheritance if you didn't spend it on fucking weed.
Wanted to do with the check, and it was...
That would have made sense. At least that's an asset, relatively.
A bus is an asset too.
Sure,
it's paid
but
off.
you say...
Shut the fuck up. A bus is an asset as a house if you're living in a terrible housing crisis. Where it's all owned by foreign investors. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I went from wanting to choke her out to now wanting to choke you out. For your stupidity. Hypothetically, not actual reality-wise. But it's like, shut the fuck up.
At the high end, 45,000 of the 120 went to that. So at least with 120 put in a house, you couldn't touch it.
I mean, the bus, it's something to live in if we ever are homeless.
Your bus, the bus.
But it isn't a house.
Why would you ever be homeless? How about don't f up?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the plan.
So sell it then. This is so stupid.
Well, it's still an RV, basically. I can use it to travel.
Okay.
I want to travel. I want to have my life, my vacation. I haven't taken a vacation in years. My vacation is because I got laid off or I'm out of the job. And I get no benefits.
Ever gonna get joint though, so that we both have eyes on the money as a full picture? If we're about to enter marriage in June,
I feel like that's an after marriage thing.
Maybe, but are you even gonna do joint?
Ooh. If she can control her spending a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to get a
can
joint
you
account.
control it? I want to. I just never have.
If the card's not in my purse or not around me, then the money.
So again, you're incapable of doing anything.
Yes.
Someone else would have to do it for you.
The guy, I'm incapable
Why are
of
you
holding
marrying
money.
a literal child? This is a joke. This is pathetic.
Yeah, she has the mentality of a... He's got the mentality of a teenager. She's got the mentality of a preteen. Not doing the, oh my god, she looks like, not like acting like a Twitter retard here by any stretch of imagination. I'm saying is, they're both juvenile. They're both arrested. And it's not even an excuse for their behavior. It's me laughing at them. They're both arrested development.
Guys, you are not headed in the right direction. She was literally, she's already considering starting an OF to sell her feet.
There it is.
That look like children's feet.
We've talked about it.
What? This wasn't a joke from Caleb?
Gotta do what you gotta do for a paycheck.
Or
you can get a fucking job instead of whoring yourself out, which, by the way, majority of OF creators end up failing, and don't bitch and complain about when your shit gets leaked. Okay? On top of that, too, you don't get the time to have an anonymity. And number 3, why would women go around and sell their bodies like this? It's almost like it's promoted out in the media, too, as a degeneracy. Fuck right off. And you two, you little hip tweet. I swear to God, I've made it clear that if I was ever in a relationship, or I've been on dates before, too. Oh, I have an LF for family. I just get up and walk. It's like, nope. I don't fucking deal with any porn star. No. Keep that rap on. Should have kept that rap on. No, also feet disgusting. Exactly. Fucking foot bros, I swear to God.
just work. Why is
Get a real job.
the women's only excuse in 2026
I know, right?
is that, yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm pushing it, you fucking idiot.
your potential wife?
No, that's why I talked her out of it.
We never really
Can
considered
you talk her
it.
out of it? What do
Yeah.
you mean you never really considered it?
It
You
was
were
a-
considering it.
It was a like last resort, not.
You're about to
likely
quit your job and not
happening.
have a paycheck until training starts in June. Last resort becomes real quick.
Yep.
Wait, okay, whip him out. Put it on the table. Let's see what we're working with.
My feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, put
For
the hogs out.
Yeah.
Yes, for free.
No, my toes aren't done.
Do him.
Do 'em.
Whip him out. Let's see if these are worth
Let the dogs sing. Let's see.
payables. Not really a feet guy, but let's find out. Chat, would you pay for these?
Don't know. That's weird.
Hey, let us know if it's good money. I mean, we might have to start it.
They're
Oh,
toesies.
that's on my feet.
Okay,
That's
they
weird.
just
Oh yeah, put some barbecue sauce on them testers. I want you to put some Tabasco on that shit and just walk around with some nachos. Oh yeah, baby girl, just do that shit for me. I'm so fucking hard right now. Oh, I'm half chubbed up. Oh, step on my nachos. I want to watch the Astros. Oh. Is that what you want me to do? Here, chat. I'm gonna start doing ASMR content here. Go here. Listen. I thought I had one in the tank. I was gonna let one rip on the microphone. Oh, is that what people are into nowadays? The fucking like ASMR content. Here, let me get you a burp content. Now pay me, chat. Pay me about $50 for that one. You'll move out 100 now. 300. 1,000. There you go. I think I'm gonna make myself sick for that one. But yeah. Anyway, now I'm whoring myself out. I gotta go back on everything I said and say I fucking love VTubers now. Anyways, yeah, why the fuck is that your thought process? Also, too, well, imagine not getting naked. I'll put my tootsies out there. Oh my god, you heard one person made hundreds of thousands from selling their tootsies because they had something that these foot bros really wanted, and they're at the right place, right time. It doesn't work like that.
Look like feet. I mean, I'm a little confused.
They're small. They look like child's feet. I have tiny.
Do people even know proportions via picture?
Maybe.
If you put it next to like a banana?
A weirdo's gonna be a weirdo.
A weirdo's going to be a weirdo. They'll ask for you to like piss on your feet. Yes.
Yes.
But I don't know about like.
Oh God.
If it's for children.
What, are you scared?
You know.
Baby, step on my nachos, please. Please. Oh my god. Don't step on me. Don't step on me. You did. Yes, King. Yes, King. You did, King. You did, King. Step on him, King. Oh.
Yeah, I always told her I'll pick up some side jobs or do what I have to do before we start doing that.
Because she, again, is incapable of anything.
Yeah.
I can do things.
What?
Jesus, I know.
Whenever.
What have you done? What the fuck have you done? Because in this conversation, I haven't heard shit.
I had $122,000 check.
Yeah.
Chad, I think I'm actually gonna throw up from that burping bit. Oh god. I think I'm gonna throw up. Or actually, I sucked down too much air. I might actually burp. Never mind, it came out the other way. Oh no. Oh no, it came out the other way. Oh, that was a mistake. Do it for the vine, I guess.
Your uncle died. That's what you accomplished?
No. Yikesies. That sounds horrid.
Can she put that brace to nigga? What? If you need a break, lol. What?
Pick up some side jobs or do what I have to.
She doesn't have a brace, man. She doesn't have a brace. What the fuck are you talking? H250. What?
That's when she lost her job.
Does that have to do with her not saying no one's hiring for 2 to 3 years?
Yeah, did I scoop? How far did I scoop?
No, not really.
So what the was the point of that? What was the cope? Just because you're attracted to her and you like her doesn't mean she's gonna be a good person in this relationship. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but we brought up the problem that you are having, and her entire thing was like, yes, I do suck and I am a loser and I don't care.
Well, she did.
Did I skip back? I gotta see. Hang on. I might have your comment. Yeah, but your comment made me skip all the way back here. She talks like a list like she has bracelet or retainer. Man, you are a little bit weird sometimes, man. Okay, skipping forward. I'm sorry, chat. We are your comment literally threw me off so fucking much. I backtraced it to like 30 minutes ago.
We had nothing saved up.
And you have nothing saved up.
Yes, but now we have it.
Hang on. Oh fuck. Where are the tootsies? Where are her hogs?
Got it for a while.
I want to. I just never have.
If the card's not in my purse.
There we go.
Okay, whip him out. Put it on it. Right?
Yeah, she doesn't have braces, man.
You weren't capable of managing.
H250. I'm gonna be real with you. I would say be normal, but I'm just gonna take it a step further. Stop being Puerto Rican, Please, just stop being Puerto Rican for 5 minutes.
More than something else.
I told her always if she doesn't know, she could start getting into like scheduling and phone calls and customer service to help me whenever I want to start a business.
Oh, for
God's sake.
Oh my goodness, this will be the biggest
I've
business
worked-
failure in the history of the world.
He's already had a business failure.
What?
Yes, I'm not surprised. What was it?
I helped a buddy of mine start an HVAC company. It was actually pretty successful.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
Year and a half, we hit our $1 million mark.
Wow,
And his dad was our silent investor who helped us get started, not very silent, and started pulling a lot of money away from the bank account before it was scheduled to start him receiving his payments.
probably his money.
That's the way he saw it, but that's his money was ready to
Was that the
spend.
way he would legally saw it?
No, because legally he wasn't supposed to start getting paid
Did
yet.
you guys sue him?
That was between him and his dad, and I kind of gave up on everything.
What percentage did you own?
See, and that was the other thing, right? I always
had
own
paperwork.
10% of the business, 10% of the business, but whenever I ask
Buddy,
for
why
paperwork,
don't people like you get things on paperwork? I don't get it.
I don't know, and
idiot.
that's where I screwed myself, and I just walked away from it because I did so much for that
Okay,
company.
well, he got an angel investor of how much?
I think he invested 150.
Very good. How are you investing 150 into this business that you're going to take off and bring your wife away to do calls when she's incapable of even
You don't
doing anything
need
in her life?
150 to start.
Sure, but
worked
you
in
were
a
able to
call
get to
center.
$1 million,
That was my budget. So, yeah, true.
and I bet $150 helped. $150,000 helped you get there.
Does work vans and stock and
Yeah,
all
things,
that.
Yes.
HVAC. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yep. I mean,
Caleb, shut up.
I have a lot
How's
of
the
contracts.
business doing today?
Oh, they shut down a week after I left.
Yeah, I don't think.
But I still retain a few of those contracts from when I was there because they weren't in there for him. They were there for me.
I just don't understand. Guys, how are you getting married in June if we can't have a financial conversation? If we don't trust to do a joint account because he's not willing to do a joint account with you because he thinks you'll just spend his money too. If you don't even have anything saved going into the wedding, how the is marriage in a couple months even a part of the conversation?
Hopes and dreams.
Nope.
Well, we were technically supposed to get married last year,
And
we had nothing saved up.
you have nothing saved up.
Yes, but now we have a venue picked out and set. So,
Oh, of
and we've
course
sent
you do.
some invitations out.
Very good. How much does the venue cost?
It only costed $900. It's a really nice venue, but my boss helped me out with it. He knows the.
And what about the rest? What's the wedding going to cost?
The venue is like 900. I have a wedding
I've
invitation
heard that
for
one.
you. I thought
Thanks.
she would-
I'm thinking
Okay.
the rest is going to cost about 10,000.
Oh my god. Even that's far too much.
That's what she says. No.
Very good.
she
How
says
much do you
less.
guys have?
None.
Nothing.
Okay.
But I talked
We
to
have
my
a
dad.
wedding invitation?
For
Yeah.
you.
How are you going to feel when Brandon your wife on the wedding night?
No, that's not happening.
Yikes.
It's your biggest fear.
I'm dealing with investors, and even that, get that before we even see the profits. You have to not only pay the other employees, but also the investors. Yep.
We'll make it come true.
Brandon,
My
you
dad
stay away,
is,
buddy.
We did talk to my dad over the weekend, and he is helping us with a portion of it. We just need to get him.
What's a portion?
We need to get him the numbers of like the vendors and cost.
Very good.
This
Thank you. Yes, you're
is
very
the
excited
wedding
about this invitation.
Hey, her
That's
dad was smart on a lot of things. Not smart with this. Stop fucking enabling her. Tell her she's on her own until they can figure their shit out.
wonderful.
course.
Great. I would not come because I'm going to come and nothing's going to be there because you guys aren't paying for this wedding. There's no way you can afford this wedding. I don't know what the you're thinking. If I show up, I will be showing up to nothing.
And here we go. I hope you're hungry for nothing.
Not necessarily. We haven't picked anything out, but we're
You don't have any
starting,
money.
right? Her dad is supposed to help a little
Help
bit,
a
maybe.
little bit of the 10. How much is he giving?
He hasn't clarified.
We have not
So
clarified.
what are we
for you.
talking about? Why the would I drive an hour and a half?
It's actually in Cibolo, so it might be a little closer than San Antonio.
Cibolo?
Austin
No one's
traffic.
heard of Cibolo.
It's near Seguin. If you
on the
know where that-
outskirts.
I've
of San
kind
Antonio.
of heard of that city, but I know
Near New
San
Braunfels?
I will not come, Caleb. I'm gonna come.
goes to New Braunfels.
It's right next to New Braunfels.
Yeah.
It's in between New Braunfels and
Okay.
Seguin.
Okay.
San Marcos. or
Okay.
San Antonio.
Very good.
And it's a very beautiful property.
That's wonderful.
Beautiful.
None of this excites me because you won't be there. You can't afford anything.
If I have to, I will be there with just me and her.
I'm not going to show this because that's the
and
real names. on
My
it, but-
uncle who's supposed to marry us, and that's it. And I'll be happy with that.
Guys, I just don't even
I don't even know.
know. I don't know. If you cannot have a financial conversation, what's the point of anything we're doing here?
Learning how to have
Learning how
final.
to have the
I've
financial
tried, but you
conversation.
won't even talk when I try to get you guys to talk about an argument you've had. She just goes, yeah.
I shut down.
She does shut down a lot, and
So
that's why
you're
it's hard to have those
useless.
arguments because she'll just
Yeah,
start
well, I heard
crying
you
or
shut down the conversations.
I do too, as well.
Okay, so she shuts down, you shut down. So where is there a conversation to even be had?
Hardly
What was
ever.
the last financial argument
There
we've
it
had?
is.
When we pulled up the statements, pretty
And
much.
what was your rebuttal?
I thought that I had told him about everything that I like, all of my debt. I thought that's not my fault. He didn't remember.
As there been where Caleb does all does is discuss the weak spots and just help the Caleb's out instead of being on this kind of BS. It wouldn't be a financial audit if that was the case. If we had a loving, happy couple that could communicate, more often than not, if they were in debt, it would be things that it's just because of the economy, and mainly they would probably like blow themselves up. This is like Sirius Gassy VTL. This page needs a hero. It needs Sirius Gassy. Anyways, as I was saying, Caleb would probably needs more often than not make it cutting it short here. It's once again it's the Maury show. It's what was his? I keep saying Maury, but what's his face again? You are not the father guy. It's that type of show. It's trash TV but for finances, right? He's taking that one financial advisor, which I can't remember his name's show's premise to the logical extreme of let's make a reality TV book for finances.
I have a hard time remembering stuff as well.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
I have
guys.
a lot
This
of
conversation's
that happens
impossible.
at work. So I constantly am remembering 100 different things from work. And
Okay, so she's right. So you were wrong.
well, she shuts down as well.
Guys, you are not giving me f***ing examples. Are you incapable of conversations? I'm literally just trying to understand something in a conversation.
Every time that we try to have the conversation, I'll say something and he'll get a salty attitude and then just walk away. And like the conversation never
What
goes.
does that look like? What is said? What's the dynamic?
because she's
literally
asking for something.
anything, please. For f***'s sake, guys. Why can't you answer this question? I don't
I
understand.
kind of told you this is pretty much how our conversations goes. She's asking for something. I say no because we're broke because I paid
No,
bills.
she just said you said something salty. What is that?
That's pretty much it. I'm broke.
What?
I just paid a bunch of bills. I can't pay for that shit.
And
Like
then?
the conversation just never goes further from every time we've tried to have a
Then
conversation.
why are you guys still
about the money,
together? If you can't even have a conversation, why has no one considered leaving? Has anyone considered leaving?
No.
I have in the past, but that's what pushed her to get a job.
So only at the threat.
So only at the threat, at the limit's end, her crawling to you on her knees, begging for you to stay, she then gets a little bit of motivation to get a job.
Of leaving, do you ever do anything in life?
I didn't threaten
What is Schmeck's, Caleb Hammer's financial audit, YTP? Oh, that's why.
to leave or anything. It was just more of like, I need you to step up and be a partner in this relationship.
Uh-huh.
Which I did. I stepped up.
Yeah,
and I
so
got a
unless
job,
someone
and
fully
then
confronts you, you are incapable of doing anything.
I have a
Exactly.
lot of issues with trying to do things by myself.
Womp womp boo hoo, cry me a river, shana, shana na na, hey hey hey, goodbye. He never loved you the way that I love you. Shut up. You only say this now. I have issues. I have issues. Everyone and their mother's got issues. You know what you do with the issues? You try to work with them and rectify them. Everyone likes to use it as a cudgel nowadays. That sounds like a boomer thing to say, but you know what? Once again, as a guy who has had fucking real issues himself, like, put into a psych ward type of issues, type in hanging myself type issues, as in I did the deed issues, guess what? You move on from them if you can get past them. It's not my cudgel to live with. You just gotta realize the world isn't gonna. The people that hold your hand, it's gonna be okay. You have issues. You have issues. You know what actually got through my issues? telling me to grow the fuck up and get going with life. Or basically trying to get me moving with my life as opposed to just holding your hand. Not telling me to grow up, but like basically getting the motivation to get going again. That's how I solve my issues. Okay? I didn't just lay back and like, I have issues. I have issues. I have issues. That's what everyone on this fucking show says. I'll say, despite how frustrating these guys are, I at least prefer the young, dumb idiots over the actually manipulative older people who decide to hang with their exes and baby them. Oh, yeah.
Myself and get things done by myself, which I kind of attribute back to the way that I was raised and everything was just always done for me.
Princess syndrome, Dad. This is why I tell you. I just noticed something. I just noticed something on Mr. Stoner's arms here. Follow my mouse. Look at that arm. He's got shonen trash on his arm. Ooh, look at that. How many actual episodes of One Piece did you watch, or did you just watch the dub in the Netflix series, you fucking jag off? Anywho, back to her here. Back to our dear little twat. Yeah. Yeah, men watching the video, men in chat. Suppose it's the women in chat. Let the men do this. Men, stop princessing, stop pampering, stop spoiling your daughters. I know it's gonna sound a little bit weird, but instead of being the frilly, caring, loving father that dotes on the daughter, you raise the daughter like a son too. Not like the weird sex pest thing. I'm talking raise them like a tomboy by making them do chores and learn to be self-sufficient for themselves so they know, hey, when I get married, it won't be as hard. I'll have someone to help me, and maybe he'll do more of the manual stuff, but when I'm in a pickle, I can get off my fucking ass and do my stuff. But I want to treat my daughter like a queen. I would fucking not. Because then you get more of her. You get more of a spoiled bitches. You get more of the worst of the women that we talk about and whine about. That's how you get that, too. It goes in hand with the societal shit, too, because they're being treated like they're being princessed by society, too. They're also getting princessed by their dads. You gotta cut it at the root. Bit harsh, but that's how you do it.
Which I need to break that habit of expecting everything to be done for me, and I know that.
What do you mean? It's just like, you say the right thing, you just don't do it.
Exactly.
So I'm like confused. I'm confused on how there's any productivity to be had, even you leaving this conversation. And I'm getting a little more insight because thanks to Lindsay, she's actually able to say things unlike you guys. I don't know what your problem is, but she actually gave me an example. Thank you, Lindsay. Okay.
By the way, Lindsay was the former lesbian at the shop at Caleb Hammer's show. She was the one that would give the lesbian score to the vehicles. Some of her lesbian scores, once again, Caleb Hammer doesn't have a car. People really come up to the show who works at the studio. But that being said, though, Lindsay was on par for most things. Some misguided shots, but for the most part, she was pretty on par for the lesbian score. So to make her mow the lawn for the pony, yeah, essentially. More than that, she's got to learn how to oil up and fuel up the lawnmower. Before you can smell like horse shit and hay and apples, you gotta learn to smell like gasoline.
Okay, so she asked you to take her on a trip to Las Vegas or New Orleans, and you said, shut the fuck up. Just on the phone. And they're like, it's like, what are we doing? Like, if that's how we're having conversations, you're right. Nothing ever will become Vegas or New Orleans. And you said, okay, so she asked you to take her on a trip to Las Vegas or New Orleans, and you said, shut the fuck up.
I would say based, but he's also a bleeding hearts retard.
Just on the phone. And they're like, it's like, what are we doing? Like, if that's how we're having conversations, you're right. Nothing ever will become productive. And when you say, I've never told my girlfriend to shut the fuck up in an argument.
Exactly.
I've never just, the moment that
like, that for me is a strained relationship.
What happened? No shit, she's gonna shut down. What do you think's gonna happen? She says, shut the f up? Of course.
Even I'm saying that's not how you treat it.
course.
It was joking around. Like,
I may be a misogynist VTuber, but like even then, I mean, I don't say that.
Oh, was it?
It's happened multiple times that sometimes it doesn't necessarily always feel like a joke.
Mm-hmm. Cope.
I don't mean it to be rude. Like, I mean,
Doesn't
she's
matter.
supposed to
She
know
hears
we're
it.
broke.
You're
We don't
saying
got
that.
money for
I don't mean to be rude. Even in joking manner, it is rude. I'm not saying like you shouldn't say it even in joking manner with bros, but like, dude, you want to marry her. She's not tomboyish.
She hears, shut the fuck up.
I guess I could be nicer in the way I say things, but
Yeah, you can.
And you blame her for shutting down after she hears that?
I don't do that
after
every
her guy
time.
tells her to shut the fuck up.
I do not do that every time. That's
Not every time,
That's
just
probably been
happens.
one or twice.
Well, she might expect it going into
I
it.
was joking, then proceeds to whip her with an actual crop whip. He breaks out the white he breaks out the white wife beater with a barbecue stain, sits on the couch and throws a beer bottle at her head. Bring me another wench. Bitch, bring me another.
I want to have the financial conversations. I want to be more a part of things.
Then why don't you?
He doesn't talk to me about them.
What happens? So
He
he just says, shut the fuck up? And that's it?
He just
And walks
I
away?
paid this, blah 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 is paid, this bill's paid, that bill's paid, and like that's the.
So why won't you
extent
let her
to-
in? Why
I
won't
do.
you?
I let her know every single
She
time I'm
just said
paying
no.
something.
What?
She
No,
just-
no. She wants to understand more about the finances. You're like, well, I paid this, shut the fuck up.
I do not do that.
That's what she just said, and you kind of agreed with it. So how are you saying no?
No, I tell her every week when I paid something. I'm like, I'm paying rent this week, and then the next week I'll be paying
That's not what she's
utilities
asking. Is that what
bills.
you're asking for?
No.
Exactly. You're answering a question that wasn't answered.
What are you asking for? She's always asking for random stuff, and I just that's the stuff.
When after bills are paid, we need to figure out what money is going towards where. We need it like we're supposed to be getting married, but we haven't like decided anything.
And I
Oh my god, she can't even ask a question. He can't fucking answer it. Oh, this is beautiful. I highly recommend listen to the song by King Crimson called 3 of a Perfect Pair. It explains this perfectly.
guess I don't even do that myself. So
It's like every
I have
time that
nothing
we've
to
had
share
the
with
conversation about, okay, so what do we want to eat? What bartender? It's, I don't know. I'm not marrying myself. I can't plan a wedding all by myself.
And you shouldn't be even being that by yourself. And he shouldn't be like the way he is either.
There's like no give back to the conversation. And I refuse to make all of the decisions for that by myself. Especially whenever I'm not even the one who
But you don't even make decisions yourself. Both of you are fucking incompetent on both differing angles. I know it being digging a lot on her, but he's a bleeding idiot too. He's a retard.
like mainly paying for anything. How do I don't know how to.
Sounds like she resents you for not having any money saved for the wedding.
I resent not having the conversations about what we need to do in order to save what to get where we need to go.
I mean, that's been hard when we spend it all.
The conversations, asshole.
Where's the money go into weed? What do you mean put the weed? That's all we're putting our money into.
That's what she's asking for.
I'm bad at having conversations, I guess.
No
Yes,
shit,
I have
Sherlock.
learned that in 45 minutes.
I want to have the conversations. They
And
go
we
nowhere.
do have
Then ask,
those conversations.
and you shut up.
I'm bad about making, I guess, decisions like that. I don't have an opinion too much. I want the wedding to be.
You don't have an opinion?
I do,
What do you
but
mean? You clearly do. You just won't talk, man. And then you accept it as the W, and then she's just sitting there in silence, never having any knowledge of what's happening.
I want her the wedding to be the way she wants it.
It
I'm
will
not
be
marrying
getting by
myself.
Brandon.
That ain't
I'm not
happening.
marrying myself. I can't make all the decisions.
I agree.
Yeah, he gives no
So why
input.
marry him if he can't have these conversations? Because one of the leading causes for divorce in this country is financial problems.
Yes.
Why are we getting into this, guys? When
Actually, is it? Is it?
we both agree, though on different spectrums, that this is not working. I'm not saying you guys don't love each other. I'm not saying that I want you guys to break up, but
No,
getting
he's
into
right.
marriage when we literally cannot have these conversations, like physically impossible. It makes no sense, and this is a couple months away.
And that's why we want to start learning And
to be clear,
how to have
she
these
does resent
conversations.
you for not saving up money for the wedding and not having those conversations that she wants to have. She might not say it, but she does. And you told Liz.
This guy this is the wedding episode concerning current events. Current events. Are you referring to the Pragmata game, or are you referring to something else right now? Because I don't know what you're talking about. H250. I don't know what's going on right now. Like, I'm trying to think of drama or IRL events happening. I can't think of anything.
Lindsay, that you resent her for being growing up spoiled.
Yes.
There's resent on both sides. There's incapable of communicating, letting things fester. This is going to boil up into a big explosion someday.
And it's going to be violent.
I don't want it to.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
You don't want it to.
I don't want to. You do jack shit to fix it.
Do nothing. What kind of response is that, asshole? What am I supposed think for a moment. I just heard you say, well, I don't want it to. What do I do with that? What do you want me to do with that information? I give you this big thing of what is happening. Well, I don't want it to. What do you expect from me? What am I supposed to do with that? Put yourself on the side of the table for a second. What do you expect?
I haven't learned to have those financial conversations. We both grew up.
Don't no, H50. Don't. We're not going to talk about someone in our chat. Like, we're not going to talk about someone in our chat. That's more of their personal ceremony. I'm not gonna have that brought up.
Yeah, I grew up in a family.
Why don't you Google how do I have
really.
this conversation? Why don't you read a book?
I don't read. I don't do reading.
What up? I'm Jared. I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read.
Well, yeah.
I haven't just seen that video in years.
Yes, that is clear. Why don't you audiobook?
Books are boring.
So you're not willing to learn anything ever.
That is not true.
Why?
Pick up a Peter Lynch novel on finance if you want to be such a financial guru. Pick up Peter Lynch. Do it. Pick up Peter Lynch, you idiot. Okay. You are just the epitome of every stereotype they throw at Gen Z.
And now look it up a YouTube video about marriage and finances, relationships and conversations. Why not advocate for couples therapy? There are so many things to do. You, in 2026, no longer get the excuse of, well, I never learned. You have access to everything. GPT, Grok, Perplexity, Gemini, all of them. Anything and everything you need right there. Claude.
I don't.
Talking to someone at f***ing work.
I talk to people at work all day long.
And?
I love talking to customers. I can talk to them all day long and sell jobs.
Obviously not what I meant. You asking a coworker that you're close to. You know, this is going on. What do you think?
All of his coworkers are his brothers.
Yeah, my brothers are the ones who work for me.
Oh, both of you are and bitches and just pussies in this relationship. That might be the way you
Cuck queens, fuckholes, and shitbags. Everything between.
guys make it to the end of life together, because neither of you have any balls. You'll just be miserable and never financially successful as a couple. You'll be failures and losers for the rest of
Even the AI bot gives marriage advice. It's literally what you just said, yeah.
your lives, because no one is willing to stand up.
That's not true.
And have a
I'm
conversation.
working hard to have a good career.
That doesn't matter if it all goes out the door and we're not able to communicate to prevent that. Dude, I've seen the highest income earners on this show have worse finances than the poorest.
Yeah.
And don't forget, I want you to be on the next episode of Financial Audit.
I mean, how many guys who've had six-figure jobs on the show?
So go to calebhammer.com/apply or click that link in the description below. You'll have a great time, and I'm gonna roast the out of you. That's kind of fucking stupid, I'll be honest. But what's not is actually getting a checking account that gives you free money. Free money! We like free money. You can get up to $200 in bonus cash right now when you sign up for the checking account that I use, Chime.
Gentlemen, have you
Also,
guys
it makes
considered
your
getting a
savings
divorce?
grow at a 3.5 APY interest
Now here's how you better the
rate.
body
Guys, you can
back.
watch Financial Audit and get free money at
You
the
get
same
some
time. Who would have
pigs,
thought? That's incredible. Check it out.
and
Link
you
in the
lose
description
the
below.
evidence.
Doesn't matter how much comes in. When you can't deal with this, y'all are going to be miserable. Then you're thinking of bringing a kid into the picture? No, you guys disagree on that. I haven't heard that disagreement, but I know she wants to get bred
Dang, he looks younger. Yeah, those ads were taken like a year and a half ago.
to death.
I'm not ready to have a kid yet.
Well, I know you can barely even stick it in when you're stressed by installing pipes.
HVAC units.
Yes.
We lack communication skills between us severely.
Oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
He every time.
Oh,
we
that's
try to have-
groundbreaking information.
every time we try to have a conversation, I'll get emotional, I'll start to cry, and then he'll just immediately leave the conversation.
Yeah.
And like nothing ever
Because you're fucking emotional.
gets resolved.
I do bad with emotions. My dad
both do
always
bad
taught
with
me
everything.
never to bring emotions into arguments because then it throws out the facts.
Potentially, yes, into arguments, but does immediately just walking away and never resolving it afterwards fix it either?
No.
Yeah.
Then the anger just festers and then nothing ever gets resolved. It's like, I want to have the conversations. He just thinks that he can't have them with me because I'll cry.
Okay, example. Try to have the conversation now.
I want to know more about the finances and I want to be a part of things, so therefore I know where I can help.
Well, I pay rent's $1,100, and that comes out the first week of the month. And then the next week after that, I pay all the utilities, which is about $500 to $600-ish. And then the week after that is car insurance, which is about $400 something, and then car payment the week after that, which is $500 something. And that's just kind of how I do it in my head. There's not much to talk about when that's all it is.
Oh, don't talk to me. You guys are having the conversation.
I mean,
Response.
Hold on.
Okay, I'll jump in. The fact is, that
Can we talk about this? No, now turn over. I need to lubricate. This is the third time this week he leaves afterwards. Dude, were you not even here for this? He's so stressed that he doesn't even want to fuck. I guess there's two types of reactions of guys for stress relief, where it's like either A, I'm stressed out of my mind, I'm hyper stressed, and when I have a time to relax, you gotta feed the geese. There's some other guys that get an ED from it. Yeah, I heard.
example relationship is exactly how you guys described it before. She said, I want to be
Oh,
involved.
dang, that bad? In his case, yes. Not for me.
In the finances.
Like, I don't.
And then you just went down the list of what you pay. How is that?
That's
how
her
is that
knowing.
responding to her? That is her knowing? No, she wants to look at the budget, the income, the
I
expenditures.
don't have a budget.
Not
I
just,
literally do it in my head, just like
yes,
that.
if you guys sit down and build it out together. The answer to her question and worry is not you just saying, well, I pay rent and I pay utilities. What?
Yeah.
How is that the answer? Yeah, I've shut down too. How do you respond to that?
Yeah.
That's a horrendous answer. That's one of the worst answers I've heard in this show.
That's-
Did your dad also teach you how to with your responses?
yes.
Guys, what do we think the financial score in this house is? 0 to 10, 0 being the absolute worst, 10 being the best.
1.
One.
I think I took the score and I was 1.
Well, you can take that score at calebhammer.com, see where you stand in the world of finances, get your Hammer financial score for free.
It's gonna be 1.
At calebhammer.com. It's pretty awesome. Thousands of you take it literally daily. It's kind of awesome. And also, tens of thousands of you have downloaded and are members of the Dollarwise budgeting app if you don't want to be like a guest who ends up on this show. So make sure you download that, test it out, see if you like it. And when you do, like most people do, you should sign up for the annual version because it saves you 50%. And you get my signed 30-day budget meal plan right here. This one I already signed. This one's for you guys. It is detailed, your 30-day meal plan, drinks, snacks, food, all the goodies right in here. It's awesome. I'll mail that to you after I sign it. And then you know.
You check myself, I barely touched my last paycheck except for emergencies because it wasn't that big, but I also need to resupply some stuff. Yeah. Just budget it out.
No longer have an excuse for not being able to meal plan, budget your meals, everything like that. And even count calories, okay? So that's it. Let's get into these cards. What's happening here? Okay, very good. Why the are we behind on making the Capital One Quicksilver payment?
That would be her account.
What is wrong with you, woman?
I thought I would pay it off and use it for groceries, and that.
You thought you would?
Yeah.
You thought you would.
That didn't.
But you did it.
Why didn't it? Self-reflect.
I would use the money and then something else would come up and then I would never like go back to.
She has never been yelled at like that in her life. You know why? Watch her after he yells.
Didn't it? Self-reflect.
You see that shaking she's doing? My God, how dare he inflict anxiety upon her? No. This is the first time she's been yelled at. This is the first time she's actually been treated like an adult, or has had consequences fall upon her head that she can't squirm her way out of. She locks up, tightens up, she shakes like a child. AC50, stop feeling sympathy on the white bitch for one moment. Stop feeling sympathy for her for one moment. She's a spoiled princess.
I would use the money and then something else would come up and then I would never like go back to paying it off. It was just
Why? I'm trying to get self-reflect.
Holy Christ, that eyebrow raise.
Shit.
My father yelled at me like that. Oh, daddy's coming home to yell at you this time about.
In my brain, if I pay it off, like I make like...
You don't need a daddy. You need a daddy. You need someone to smack you up the fucking head.
$200, $300, $400 a week. Paying it off would take my entire paycheck, and then I wouldn't have money for like anything else.
They have monthly payment plans.
Why not make the minimum of $65?
Not something I legit feel the whole something comes up thing.
It's supposed to come out. It comes out at the wrong times, and then I'm like, money.
Take her stress ball away. I want to see what happens, how she reacts to it.
Oh, the auto pay does not come out after the payment is due.
No.
I'm feeling nefarious tonight.
Yes, I never have money in my account whenever it needs.
That's it. It bounces. Yeah. It gets sent back. Yeah. Yes, this takes 2 years to pay off.
That's me flicking my tongue around. I'm being.
The limit is $300, but you owe $422.62. But you owe $300. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
The fact that there's even transactions blows my mind. I don't know how that even happened.
Late
no, that
fees,
must have been. No, that was a return payment. Must have been. And then a late fee on top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the card I was talking about that we got in an
Past due
argument
40.
about.
Return ACH card payment 65. Why don't you have money in your checking account? Huh?
My entire paycheck pretty much goes to groceries, and then I don't really have money. Groceries and gas. That's essentially.
That doesn't make sense. With the amount of money you said you make, which I'm not writing down because you're saying you're quitting by the end of by the beginning.
And save some money if you need it for later. Save it for later. Yes.
Next week anyway, so I'm not even taking into account for the household. But even still, groceries and gas, unless you're just literally filling up like 10 Ford F-150s and feeding a house of 10, does not equate to bringing those paychecks to zero every week.
Amazon.
It brings not necessarily Amazon. I go to the gas station.
Show me your Amazon.
Where's my phone?
What are you getting at the gas station?
Red Bull and
Why?
snacks.
Why even the one off? Listen, obviously I advocate for gamer subs because it's much more makes sense financially. It's very good. It's wonderful. And here's the pack version. It is 40 cents a serving. Let me make sure this one's the hydration caffeine free. Energy drink.
Yep.
Okay, this one's the energy drink. Here you go. 40 cents.
Which one was that?
Energy drink. Okay, this one's the energy.
I couldn't tell which one that was.
Make sure this one's the hydration caffeine free. Energy drink. Okay.
Is this a post I ran war? I don't know. What flavor is that?
Okay, this one's the energy drink. Here you go. 40 cents a serving using my discount code, Caleb at gamersubs.gg, or just use my link. You get the free sample, see what flavor.
Gamer Subs, if you're ever interested in a handsome, swarthy links to promote your product, Sirius Kovac, you can always hit me up at my emails and my Twitter. I'm always got the lines open. Come on down here. I can promote. When that new model comes about, I'll be shilling it around. I'll be pouring that all over me like a hot honey on or like a bucket of water. I'm dunking it all over my shirtless honky body. I will do that for you, and I will snort gamer stuff like it's cocaine on stream, even for you, buddy. So come on down and help a brother out, help a links out, right?
You like, and then get it, make your energy drinks at home like you make your coffee at home. It tastes better, like legitimately, and because Red Bull's shit anyway. I mean, these are really good. And what?
This
Red Bull is not good.
Red Bull is amazing.
Dude, Red Bull's not.
Dude, you got shit taste. Even Monster Energy is better than Red Bull. Hang on, let me see what flavor that was again. Seriously, I only drink like one flavor of Gamer Subs, and that's Grandma's Ashes. That's the one I like. I'm gonna keep my browser hidden so I don't get banned, even though GamerSubs is sponsored a lot of people on Twitch, because I don't want my ass to get lit up for anything I see. BBL by Clueless. Yeah, okay, it was by Clueless. Okay. Definitely a good one. Supposedly. Gas station groceries are last resort. They overcharge you for things compared to everything else. Yeah, in fact, I also noticed one of the stations I went to, they blocked the price from plastic cover for one of their water bottle packs because they put their RMSP on the packaging and they sell it for half that premium. Yep.
I say this is good. This is good, right?
It's very good.
But this ain't up there with my favorite Red Bull flavor. Now that one is actually up there with my favorite one. But
okay.
Okay,
Well,
so
I must be more of a
think-
strawberry guy than peach.
yeah, but
that's
I still
okay.
think Red Bull is pretty
Red
good.
Bull?
Yes.
Jesus
Bro, when
Christ,
we
man.
did the blind taste test, Red Bull was barely, it wasn't even close
Well,
to
which
the
Red
top.
Bull are y'all trying? Just the
Red
regular?
Bull.
Just the original?
Yes, Red Bull.
Okay, see, the
Okay,
original
so
isn't
use
great.
that, type in code Caleb, this is your 40 cents a serving, you're making it at home, you're not stopping at the gas station. But even if you do have to do Red Bull, which I really don't understand why, buy them in bulk instead of single
Well, she
use.
does.
I
retard.
have started doing that.
Give me
buying them.
Amazon.
The last couple purchases, only one of these was me. The rest of them were him and his brother.
What was you? Show me.
Oops, snap. Clicking buttons. The one that was me.
We all do
was
share an Amazon account.
You're
talking around your mic. Okay, why are you
Was
doing
the nail
nail
stuff.
shit? Your nails aren't even paint and they're cut.
Yeah.
So what the f
They
are
were
you even
done.
doing?
I've been like slowly teaching myself how
So
to
how are
do
you
them
saying
by
it's all
myself.
Amazon? That drains her account.
Amazon and random other bullshit that she spends on.
And then yeah, all of the other
Games.
stuff was
What games?
his Christmas and
Would you buy any
What
games?
games you
She
buying?
spends a lot of money on her phone games or
Phone
Yeah.
games?
No!
Sometimes I suck really bad in my game and
Huh?
What games?
Yeah.
pays her
What?
way through games.
I'll
No,
pay my way.
why?
I think it's a criminal they turn employees larger for things like that in the pharmacy grocery store. Yeah.
Cause I just get stuck on a level.
What
I'm
level?
really
what
bad
game?
about that. If I get stuck on a
What
level,
game? Oh,
Fuck
She has
off.
like 3 or 4 games she spends
what?
money
You
on.
spent $1,000 in
What do
2
you
weeks on what? Sims?
I did
Yes.
do
Well,
that.
hold on. What's even purchasable in Sims anymore besides the
No
DLC?
way.
But you do that once and it's
DLC.
done.
She does
Well, it's
buy-
not 1,000.
she, just,
And multiple packs.
she gets all the different types of packs there.
I
is.
like rage bought pretty much almost every
Rage bot.
What?
I was.
What do you rage?
He made me mad, and so then I was like,
What? What?
I,
What?
I
What?
don't even remember
Oh,
what
come on,
it was
try.
about.
What the
Try
fuck?
you.
Probably something with his game, and
What? What about his game would make you angry for you to go spend $1,000?
No, she's a Sims player. Every girl plays The Sims and spends money on The Sims. You damn well know this.
Because I
on
spent
Sims.
$10 on the my game for a skin or something. That's it. And then
You got upset at him spending money on a game, so you spent $1,000 on Sims?
I don't think that's what it was. It had to be like there was more to it. We were arguing.
Caleb, I don't drink, but I need a drink right now, man. You send me a bottle of scotch my way, man. Please. So I spent on Nike ASL for the skins I want to get if I can get for it. My brother in Christ, I don't even spend money on Azure Lane. That's my only gacha game I ever play, and I don't even spend money on it. I don't spend money on any games. Ooh, you're broke with the default skin. I never played Fortnite. Yeah, I played a little bit of Fortnite in high school, but I was in business for only like casual couple like days. Dude, I don't even spend money on games like outside of purchasing the initial game. Fuck, I pirate most of my stuff anyways.
probably
about
her asking for
something.
something, and I said no to that,
And I was
then
mad.
bought the $10 in the game, and she
I
was
don't
upset.
remember what.
And then what are these mobile games that you're just buying the in bullshit?
Buying coins to pay
No,
my
you're
way
buying
through.
gems and coins and oh my,
Candy
it's so
Crush,
stupid.
Monopoly. It's
No,
a
you
block
are
game.
not.
Candy Crush isn't even like downloaded. I haven't played that in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Color Block Jam, Monopoly Go, and Fallout Shelter.
Oh, f***'s sake. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, the chokehold those things have.
It's so bad.
Yeah, that you are doing. Stop.
I think what
fucking
also
hate
makes
people
that
like you.
worse
They can't take
is-
accountability for anything. You've had 2 late fees this year on this card, which, by the way, was only 2 months of statements. So every month this year so far,
That's-
you are late on.
Yes, that's been late for a while.
And you want to bring a kid into this?
Not now.
Really?
I want to wait till we're after, like, I want to get married first and then kid.
Great. Okay, so a kid in a couple months. Shut the fuck up. Okay, answer me this. You know, I love to ask it. Okay, I know your sex lives are rough right now, but when they're not, he sticks it in, right?
Yes.
Does he stick it in without a condom?
I'm on birth control.
Thank goodness. What kind?
The thingy in my arm.
Good, that's the best kind. Well done. That's the first time I can clap.
Fucking hell. Hence why I say if I can afford it. I'm not even a fan of birth control either. Because it's how much it fucks up your hormonal system, but Jesus, at least not reproducing yet.
For protection on this show.
That is one thing I am big on, is protection in some type of way. Either it be a condom or
We have never used a condom a day
She's had
in our
the thing in her
relationship.
arm, yeah.
Oh, you don't
since
need to when
been
that's
together.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well done.
Twinkie for life.
Might be why you're but
Potentially.
I don't know.
It's actually expired.
It is expired. I need to go to the
Oh
doctor.
my god.
But in other countries, it's lasted up to 5 years.
In other
I
countries, it's
take back
FDA.
my applause. How does this happen in every financial audit episode? That's why every intelligent person in
They
this
put rubbers on the overs for now. Yeah, they of course they do that. You know what they're saying. Actually, I know you're making a joke, but you know what they mean, right?
country is no longer having children when they need to be the ones having children, and it is literally the white trash or ghetto or poor mother that are breeding.
It's
And you guys will be
$1,000.
breeding. I
Whenever-
don't care.
yeah,
You're
it's-
busting raw loads in her on expired birth control.
Yeah.
It's been working still. And in
Still,
other
or you just
countries-
haven't hit that window.
It's FDA approved in America for 3 years, but other
Yes.
countries, it's FDA approved for 5 years.
Yes, it might mean the 99% protection might be 95 now. You want that
Still better-
risk?
That's still better than a
It
lot of
is
other
better,
ones.
but you want that risk? You want to bring a kid into this when she can't stop buying gems? You can't even have a conversation. You think you'll ever talk to your kid? Your kid will have a issue, and you'll never be disciplined. He'll never be disciplined.
yes, he will.
No, he won't. You can't stand up for yourself whatsoever.
I don't do
You
spoiled
can't
brats.
do anything. Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
kids.
You do here. What are you talking about? That's literally all you do. Your life. That's why the first thing you said when you walked into this building, for some reason, which blows.
Actually, I don't even know what type of birth control exists right now. All I know is the pills. Oh, we're gonna have a time of our lives. IEDs. This one, which is basically a long-standing patch that basically gets placed into their actual shoulder of their arm, and that slowly leashes out the birth control for them, basically their birth control dosage for them into their bloodstream directly. There is, of course, male condoms. There's also female condoms, if you don't know, which is basically a massive condom that shoves up the uterine tract, not the uterine tract, sorry, into the vaginal cavity, and that's how you be fucking. Yeah, there is a lot of different types of condoms. Dad, some kid is bullying me. Shut the heck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
Blows my mind and has never happened before. Please make sure nobody.
I hate to tell you, but that's kind of what you kind of deal with sometimes.
My girlfriend.
No.
Why that would happen, I don't know. But even still, I don't think it was on anyone's mind until you said it.
No, I
And
told
now-
Brandon to watch himself because
And
I know y'all
now,
are some
right
figures.
afterwards, green room, choo-choo!
Yeah.
And you're not invited.
You wish.
Oh, God.
Oh, like she'd turn down anyone here. Listen,
I am happily in a
I'm
relationship.
sure you are, and they
I-
always are.
They
God
always
dang.
are.
I need to go to the restroom.
Pregnant pee a lot.
Hey, chill out. Chill out.
You are so funny.
We did actually have a scare a few months ago.
Yeah, shocker.
Oh,
To
shit.
nobody. Okay, I'm gonna stretch my legs too then, because I don't need to have a private conversation with you.
Y'all have really nice toilet paper. Y'all got the expensive toilet paper.
This,
Well, I'm
either
not-
keep it
oh.
like close here
Uh-huh.
or on that side.
We are
would be
filming.
better.
Yeah, it's basically a nicotine patch for birth control.
We are live.
Oh, yeah.
That was in the video. Shout out to Mark.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Mark.
Okay,
Thank you, Mark.
but let's talk about the Quicksilver.
Mark?
Second Quicksilver. There's two Quicksilvers? It's supposed to be your Quicksilver, or do you have two?
He has one. I have one.
Okay.
The capital
yours.
one. Yes.
Yes, the Quicksilver. Drake.
I brought some packs if you want to rip some magic packs with me.
Oh,
thank
my
you.
god. Thank you. What the fuck are you buying? Oh, he's one of those types. Okay, so there's two types of people that buy trading card games nowadays in their adulthood. One, you like it. It's your one hobby. That's fine. So long as you're being responsible, fiscally responsible. But a lot of people aren't. They're the ones who are hustle bros. I'm a hustler. I'm making flipping paper. I'm making money in bank from trading cards, bro. Broski, I'm getting that paper, bro. Let me hold it and go to scalp. Those are idiots. Yeah. I say this, even though I, for one, do want merchandise of myself to be some trading cards. However, I don't want it to be gaming cards, mainly. Yeah, okay, if I suddenly got large enough and some VTuber gaming card company, wink wink nudge nudge gamer subs, came up to me and wanted my likeness on a card. Alright. Mainly though, what I want would be equivalent to what they used to put in cigarette packs back in the early 20th century, cigarette cards, which is actually, it looks hand-painted, styled print cards that would not just be of my likeness, but of also the waifus I'm making for my cars, that I'm embodying my cars as, and the cars as themselves with specifications on the back. Because I feel like I can have a bit more of touch of class and originality than just sexy girl on card with weird, funny, haha, attack moves and shit on it. I feel like there's a bit more originality to be done with trading cards. I feel like those don't want to go Disney.
Someone else already did that. I don't give a
Baseball cards.
It's not
baseball
Pokemon.
cards.
Pokemon's for children.
Secondhand markets.
It's Magic the Gathering.
Like it's any better, man.
I'm further from that than I've even been to Pokemon, and I'm not even close to Pokemon. How much are you spending on Magic the Gathering? The guy that got angry at his fiance for spending too much money. I mean, he spent $250 on this card, while interest is accruing. So how much you spending on Magic the Gathering? Rip a pack! Rip a pack, asshole! Rip a pack!
All right.
Jesus, man.
How much are you spending on this? Was the question that I asked that you will answer now.
It depends. I mean,
oh my goodness,
maybe
can you try to answer?
200 a month.
Pause. This guy, have you ever seen him have a conversation with someone before? Can he do it? Is he able to hold a conversation with a human being?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I really don't think so. Rip. $200 a month? You're bitching and moaning over here?
That's not bad.
200. It could be a low car payment.
I guess my car payment's like 500.
Well, yeah, you have a normal car payment.
Hey, I got some good stuff in this actually.
Wow, somehow you made it even less interesting than the previous card rip that someone did on the show.
Yep.
Good man.
See that? That's worth some money right there.
Okay, on the show.
Whoa.
Man.
See that?
Oh my god. I want to get the Final Fantasy ones, but $70 for a commander / starter deck? Okay. So look at the card set he just ripped. Chat. Did you hear about this one? The Magic the Gathering Wizards of the Coast Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles card set. Where, and here's the thing, I'm not going on an anti-AI tirade. You know I have AI in my stream. For my stream elements for the time being until I have the money to buy what I need for the artists to do what they do. Okay? So I'm not going to be one of those, oh my god, AI, how terrible. But the same people who shit on AI for personal use will defend Wizards of the Coast. It's something they like. The TMNT card set was majority AI illustrated. How do I know this? Well, there was dead tail giveaways with inconsistencies with limbs and fingers of the characters. Moreover, there is a trading card with a 5th Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle eating pizza. A disgusting avocado pizza, apparently. Honestly, I don't diss on machine art, but I get it. Yeah. Wizards of the Coast used AI as their final product, with horrible amounts of misprint and deformities in the AI prompt and script. For a card set that they charged $70 for a Commander starter deck for. Pre-markup. I believe. Aren't the Turtles 3-fingered? H250. They had 4 to 5 fingers for the Turtles. Do you get what I'm saying here? I'm not saying, oh, it was like, why do they have 3 fingers? I grew up with TMNT as well. I know they have 3 fingers. Moreover, they had just 5 fingers. There was a 5th turtle. Turtle Venus to Milo, the comic chicken became a turtle. Nope. H250, stop playing. Stop playing around with hypotheticals. Stop giving credence to the doubt. It was a 5th turtle that also had a blue bandana. Like, Leonardo. There was basically duplicate Leonardos in the same shot. And he's spending money on this shit.
That's worth some money right there.
Okay, I got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, it's from the new set that just dropped, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set. So, childhood memories, I had to get the pack, you know. And then I may or may not have bought the Commander set.
Yeah.
As well.
Oh, did you or did you not?
He did.
Okay.
On the way here.
What the fuck are you spending on a card that you cannot pay? Oh, Animal Center. Animal Cancer Center.
Ooh.
Yes.
Our dog had double ball cancer.
Had?
Huh?
Yes, he's doing great now.
Oh, he's alive. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
We're good.
So
He's
we
doing
just
great.
chopped off the balls.
Pretty
Yes.
much.
So
That's good.
Why didn't he have the Bob Barker treatment beforehand?
How do you not have pet insurance?
He's older and it was
he
a
was older. I
pre-existing
didn't-
condition.
You're convinced that your friend caused the cancer?
That's what she thinks. She's dumb.
I
for
am
that.
mildly convinced of this because he would flick him in the balls. And then a couple months after that, we noticed that one ball just started to look a little different. And a couple months later, come to find out that he had a tumor on his ball sack. So I'm mildly
was like a
convinced.
Dude, I
year
think you
later.
guys are just a little. Because here's the thing.
Potentially.
Even just how your relationship started. You were dating with someone. You broke up with your friend because of Drake, actually. You broke
Yeah.
up with your friend because of Drake.
No.
I know what you mean, but the excuse they use is from the older source, including Next Mutation. I know, but it very obviously was not that case.
Not necessarily
Yes,
of
your
him.
friend
It was.
and you and your friend had a huge falling out because of your
Yes.
relationship with Drake.
It wasn't necessarily like our relationship was a part of it, but she was, yeah. Her cousin was dating his younger brother, and then they broke up.
I don't think that's the issue, though. I think
No.
the issue is that your friend thought Drake was toxic and controlling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad you're bringing up that other thing,
I mean,
but
I don't see how he is.
sure, but your friend did, and that was
Yeah.
the fight. So it doesn't matter about the cousin thing. I don't care about that.
Her friend's dad was also a P. So
Oh, very good. Why are you? Oh my gosh, you guys seriously suck at this so much. I don't know how. I do not know how you are bad at this. The conversation that happened, the big fight you had with your friend, was on how he was toxic. And then you guys you hear that and you're like, well, his dad was also a piece of shit. Well, also he dated a guy. I don't care. I'm focusing on the thing I am talking about. Your friend stood up to you because of him. And you guys had a falling out because of that.
and other stuff.
Oh my.
Not just me. But yes.
Someone else want to finish this conversation? They can't do this.
I'm just
Oh, they
spoiled.
can't. Oh, they are so bad at this. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not too bad.
Is anyone going to tell me about that conversation, or do we just want to talk about something else?
I don't know
apparently?
really how the conversation went. That was between her
I
and her
don't
friend.
understand. Like,
I don't know. You just keep saying yes instead of answering.
she said that he was manipulative and toxic, and
Yes.
I
Very good.
I
You're
asked
doing
her,
it
like,
now.
Now we're talking.
why do you say that? And from her perspective, she says that he controls everything that I do, and I don't see that.
Oh, this is very good. I'm surprised I had to take
Yes.
5 minutes to try to get that from you. Is that not worth something? The fact that you had to break up with your friend because they had a perspective that the guy you're with was maybe not good for you.
I don't trust her judgment.
Why?
Why?
She's in the same relationship with the dude that's done the same exact shit to her.
Maybe that's why she can see it.
But if she can see it, then why is she still with that guy?
Is she still
Oh.
today?
Yes. They actually just got an apartment together.
Better than you guys. You guys moved in immediately when you never even lived on your own. You know nothing but codependence.
Yeah.
We actually
Which is
lived
a
with
quick and easy situation to fall into something that is manipulative.
Yes.
It's a rough saying of that word. And
From
controlling.
my perspective and the previous year, like so far in our relationship, I don't see it as like, I don't feel like there's manipulation or like, I understand.
How you doing, Pixel Huntress? How you doing? Welcome aboard to the hellscape that is. How's it going? We're watching Caleb Hammer into the early morning.
And where she was coming from, but at the same time, I don't.
It's because I wanted her to get a job. That's probably what it was. That's the only
Probably
thing.
what it is?
That's the only thing. I really don't care what she does. She can do whatever she wants. I'm not really controlling as long as, you know, I need help with rent sometimes.
No, whenever I go down to the Houston
No one has
area.
ever sent something as bad as... What the f is this, guys?
What is that?
Holy
It's like
shit.
I've never had glasses or something.
I don't know
What am
why-
I looking at?
That's, I guess, the
think that's a
screenshots
screenshot from a video.
our screen recording of our Credit Karma.
Yeah, I saw.
There was something that wasn't able to
I made
be
it
sent
into a
over.
PDF, and I could see it on my end just fine.
You look like a...
Okay, I think I found the card. I think the card they're using is from the IDW comments. But yeah, the art looks like trash. Heck, I was liking it first until I saw the other rip it out. Why are you not streaming? I am streaming. What are you talking about? Did you want me to check up on Twitch and see what's going on over here? Hello, Twitch. Are we still live? Yeah, we're live. So what are you talking about? What games do I play? Fuga, Persona, a couple other things. But yeah, we're just trying to finish up this right now. Just gonna check you out. Anyway, yeah, we're going back to the financial audit. I just had to check to make sure you weren't one of those bot accounts. I know I know you're gonna be a little bit offended by that, but I've been dealing with a lot of bots on Twitch. I'm trying to make sure you're not a bot account right now.
A PDF. 400...
What is that even supposed to mean?
Oh, he's using new Zoomer speak. It means you're a diddler, buddy, but you're not because you're younger than her.
$413 needs
You're trying
attention.
Dead by
National
Daylight?
Credit
Not
Systems.
really a fan of
Collections?
Dead by Daylight.
Yes.
For who?
That one's on both of ours.
That's for the apartment.
You both allowed... Why'd you allow an apartment to go to collections?
Why?
Because I already paid them their money.
Doesn't look
moved-
like it.
No,
I would actually say.
we moved out, and they called me a few weeks later saying I owed $700 in damages, blah blah.
Yeah.
Blah. And I owned up to it because we did have puppies at the
thought we had
time
time.
There
that
you go.
kind of destroyed. So I brought in $700 cash to the apartment
Did they
complex.
say cash worked?
Yeah. And I gave it to them. I thought all was good, and then a few months later, I got a letter in the mail saying I still owed $400 something.
Well, why not pay it so your credit's not... Listen, I don't like it. I do
neither
not
do I.
like it. I agree. But your credit...
You know what's funny? Even when they use Venus, I think she was more well known than IDW Turtle, so they could have gone away and just use her and said, "What'd you schedule streaming whenever I feel like it? Usually most evenings."
It is not... It's
Still get used to this.
your credit. Like, I care about
Even half a year later, I'm still don't have a set schedule because I'm a very busy guy.
that more.
It's on. Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
on both
realize
of
it
ours.
was going to go to my credit.
It's not a
until
dumb,
I
not
read
a
my
dumb
credit.
question. It's just a matter of I have a very rapidly changing schedule.
Okay, well, why not just still kill it?
Yeah, tell me.
So as many of you know, I've been a big supporter of Course Careers for a long time. I'm not just a partner, I actually own stock and I'm an investor. So why did I partner with Course Careers?
Why did
Because
you?
I truly believe in what they're doing. A lot of people have questions about online
They also pay you well.
certifications
Sorry,
versus
Caleb, I'm gonna be a bit snided there.
traditional college
Get your
degrees. Let me
bag,
be
Caleb,
clear.
get
I
your
wouldn't
bag.
put my name behind something unless I knew it worked. The thing is, not everyone has the time or resources to spend 4
You
years
have
in
to set your
college or take
schedule
on massive
stream
student loan debt.
well.
Course Careers offers a practical,
By the way,
affordable way to launch a career
just
in
a
a
PNG
high
model right now,
demand
but we have a
field
real
like
one on the way
tech
sooner or
sales,
later.
IT, and accounting, where companies are hiring based on the
You make
skills
myself,
needed,
I had an
not
artist
broad
commissions.
college degrees. In fact, right now, 1 in 3 companies are dropping degree requirements, and that number is only going to continue to grow. I know some people think
I imagine
online
that would be the
programs are a
case.
quick fix, but that's not the case here. Course Careers takes effort and commitment, but they provide you with a streamlined, proven path. They offer up-to-date, self-paced courses, one-on-one or group coaching from people that work in the industry, and most importantly, they help you actually get hired. Just look at graduates like Nemeso, who went from driving FedEx trucks to a cybersecurity job at Disney. That didn't happen by chance. He put in the work and
Is Nemeso real or was he H1B?
Course Careers guided him every step of the way. And what truly sets Course Careers apart is that it's not just about learning skills, it's about landing a job. Their curriculum is designed based on what employers actually need, and their network of industry coaches will guide you through the entire process, from learning the skills to interviewing, resume help, and beyond. So if you're serious about starting a new career without wasting years or piling up debt, give Course Careers a try. Start with their free intro course linked in the description to explore your options. And when you're ready, use the link in the description for $50 off the full course. Your future starts right now, and Course Careers is here to help you shape it. Starbucks is bullshit.
There we go.
And a waste of money, and you already know that by making your coffee at home and investing the rest. So now you need to do that with your energy drink as well. Make gamer subs at home.
So true. Use code Caleb or Caleb Hammer at GamerSubs checkout, because I don't have a code yet. Nick, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hello, GamerSubs. Have yourself a swarthy links here that can tell you about automotive facts and can sip and snort GamerSubs off the table for you. Please sponsor me someday. However,
For just
not yet. We're not there
40
yet.
cents a serving. And honestly, it literally tastes better. And we proved this accidentally via a blind taste test in our Hammer Elite show, Fat and Fatter.
The number one
Not a fan of the cans, though. I will say I much prefer the powder.
ranked energy drink is GamerSubs.
Literally, the cherry flavor is insane.
Listen, you can also get free samples to see if you like it, or 10% off.
GamerSubs, why don't you have some of my free samples too? I spend like X amount, like I stock up for like 6 to 12 months. And I bought all those cans. I got no stickers and no nothing from it. You guys used to like send all the stickers and merchandise my way too. Used to be. What happened to that?
Your order at gamersubs.gg or click that link in the description below. Type in code Caleb. That's 2 months of Magic the Gathering on your.
A friend said if I wait long enough, they'll send me a deal for a lot cheaper. Maybe like half the
No,
price.
not necessarily. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't necessarily say that. Usually it's going to have to be you reaching out and negotiating. But even still, this is $413. I don't even know how much effort they're going to work on.
I feel like I shouldn't have to even pay that $413.
Agreed. I am on your side. Is that the argument we're having? No. But your credit is
Yeah. It's been getting a lot.
So she's saying she wanted to get a house. If you still want to get a house at some point, marriage, kids, who knows?
We do.
Certainly that birth control is not helping right now. The fact is, not with this.
That would look bad.
I mean, that's the smallest one. I'll worry about that one last.
Or it's the easiest to get off. So fix it first. Moron. Oh my goodness.
But then I don't have 413 just laying around for it.
If you do 2 months of not doing Magic the Gathering.
Stop here for a sec. Okay, Miss Pixel Huntress TTV. Such a interesting name and character. Let me just go in here and see what you are. Let's go to your Twitch account. Go to About. So, the only thing I don't really allow in chat is self-promotions. So, you'll get a warning. Keep this up, and I'm going to ban you, okay? I suppose we'll tell you away because those guys aren't going to sell for cheaper. Exactly. You get a warning. And no. I don't care. Get out of here. Okay? I don't have Instagram, and I do not allow people to self-promote my chat. You can say whatever you want at my chat for the most part. But I do not allow self-promotion. Out. Out. Okay? Alright, there you go.
I mean, you actually do.
But then I'll spend it on something else because I'll save
Okay,
money.
don't. Spend it on, put it in a savings account where it goes to this immediately.
I'll try to do that maybe.
Will you? Let's find out.
Sure you will.
National Credit Systems, 1,973. What's this for?
If this is still all of mine, I believe.
That's yours. That's not mine.
Yeah, that's going to be for my appendix surgery.
I think.
Oh my god.
I went into the.
Why didn't you get it on a payment plan?
He didn't have insurance.
I didn't have insurance or anything.
No,
like that.
why
wait, you
didn't
don't
you
need
get
it.
on a payment plan for the
Because
1,973
my family told me
hospitals
not
do
to
that?
pay medical bills. They'll drop off in a few years.
You're doing.
You guys just received the worst advice from.
Holy fuck! Oh, the medical bills are dropping in a few years. Oh my god, you are an idiot.
Like everyone, it's just so stupid. That's so stupid, man. Is your family doing well?
Not necessarily.
Why are we listening to them?
Because I didn't want to have to pay that right then and there.
I wouldn't want to pay it either.
Nope.
Do we do what we want always in life?
Magic the Gathering. Funny thing is, I recall
you wanted to blow 120,000 hours sitting on your fucking ass and smoking weed.
But also decided to dump the excess and put it as extra profit. I think, yep, that's what they did.
Good? No. Should we do what we want?
Hello, I'm a pumpkin. How you doing, playa?
You guys will be losers for the rest of your lives.
Nah, I don't believe that.
I do. Listen to your answers now. And lack of throughout this conversation.
Welcome here, playa.
You guys cannot do anything in this world. You're incapable. You are basically mentally 15, 14, 13.
I wouldn't say that. I do.
I would say that, actually.
Oh, just fine, just fine. You're not here to self-promote, are you? I'm not. Don't want to be an asshole off the hop, but I've kind of had enough of people trying to self-promote my streams. Anyways, we're getting to the end of the Caleb Hammer here. Oh man, it's been a hell of a stream so far. I feel just kind of burnt out. I'm like, Jesus. Yeah, so we got potheads and stoners here. People buy Magic the Gathering. I wish I had the confidence of this loser, but man,
actually,
yeah, no.
I don't care what you.
Drake here is a complete fuck up, and she's even worse than him in some cases. But
I would say,
I feel like
I really don't. You are
my sights are on him.
You are not someone that has any worthy opinion on any of this. Look at where you are now. Your opinion is worth nothing.
Sure.
Actually, your opinion is worth a negative. Your opinion is in collections. I don't give a what you think.
When it comes to money, sure. I guess when it comes to finances.
Believe it or not, when it comes to money and finances, that's what we're talking about.
I won't be a loser as far as life. I'll have a nice job. I'll start a company, and I'll
doesn't matter.
I'll hit you up in 10 years when I have a nice $1 million company.
Yeah, $1 million company that was able to be accomplished because of a $150,000 investment.
Nope.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
You're talking about the last company.
Yeah, the one that actually hit that number? Yes.
Yeah, and it hit that number because I was there.
Says every former employee.
Okay. I mean, that's why they had it closed down a week after I quit.
Everyone, including myself, thinks we're worth more than we actually are, and we actually have less of an impact when we're gone than we think.
I mean, they literally couldn't run it without me there.
There was probably more happening. Come on, looks like there was a lot of financial issues with Dad taking the money from the account.
We found out he was taking money from the company account to go start another company.
Well, there you go. I don't think it was you, guy, that is a former employee who thinks he delivered more value than he actually did, like every former employee in the history of every company in the history of humanity.
I literally scheduled everything.
Oh, wow, that's hard.
Did all the work.
Wow, that's difficult.
I did everything for that company.
Yeah, that's hiring another HVAC person if it's a real $1 million company. Buddy, you're not that guy.
You are not him.
You're a good
you
worker.
will not be
I am that guy.
No, you're a good worker. That doesn't mean you are the bread and butter and the sauce.
I wouldn't say I'm the best, but I'm good.
You never said that.
At HVACing.
And plumbing and dealing with customers and scheduling and...
Okay, those last two things are very easy. AI do them now.
Yeah. Contracts. I love closing the big contracts, getting...
Closing contracts?
Yeah, like new homes or apartment complexes.
I know. He's just full of himself. Did you sell a kidney for the company? No, got an investment. But, yeah. I deal with this, unfortunately, in the trades as well. People are full of themselves. And they flex off what they don't have. Remember, never be mesmerized by people flexing their wealth in front of you, telling you how successful they are. Money talks, wealth whispers.
That they're building up. Like, we do a lot of work out here in Austin, San Antonio, Houston.
The business you work for?
Yes, the current business we work for.
Chat. Save me from this one. Okay, who owes 949 in collections?
I believe that is also mine.
Seems like you're actually the horrible one.
Damn.
That one is also for the appendix. I think that was the appointments afterwards.
Payment plan.
Yep.
Okay, Midland Credit Management 2079.
That one's mine.
Very good. We're back to Alexis being bad. What is it?
After the dog fight, both of my hands were covered in like really, really bad
Payment
scars,
plans, guys.
And I got laser treatment.
Payment plans, man. I'm not saying, listen, I don't even like our health insurance system stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm not even defending it, but just, I don't understand why you want to your credit. You just allow it.
I feel like they never gave me the option for payment plans, at least when I went in for the hospital and shit. They were just like, it's going to be $2,000 unless you have insurance. And I was like, I don't got insurance.
Can I get on a payment plan?
I have a question regarding that because it's through Care Credit.
Well, you paid on a credit card, so the credit card went to collection. You're not going to get on a payment plan for the credit card. You actually already had one, and it was called minimum monthly payments. You should have done that. That's that you didn't. This one's even worse because you're just a moron.
How do I go about, like, I'm not able to get into that account to be able to pay anything? Like, how do I?
It's because Midland Credit Management owns this debt now. You have to contact them.
Okay.
Jeez.
I wasn't sure how that worked.
I'm not even sure how to pay some of that stuff off.
Buddy.
You guys have never tried to look anything up in your lives.
I've tried to get into the Care Credit account.
You guys have phones? Do you guys have a computer, a tablet? Do you guys have the internet?
Yes.
In San Antonio, I know.
At least pay some now or pay later now and then. Yep.
It's like
I'm not very tech savvy.
Yes, Googling is very tech savvy.
Oh my god.
I know San Antonio is like 25 years behind every other Texas city, but you guys can use Google. Yahoo!
Bing!
Who uses Yahoo anymore?
That was the point,
That
and
was
kind of
the
the joke, not very good one that I was making.
Damn moron.
Why are we late on our insurance?
Oh,
some insurance. I don't even know what insurance.
2 months of insurance put together.
Oh, that's wonderful. Why? And what insurance?
Well, that's our car insurance.
Losers for the rest of your lives, and there's going to be a kid brought into the picture. Always happens.
Our dog was going through the surgery, and that was all expensive, and so I just waited.
Wasn't it put on a credit card?
No.
No.
Not. How much was the surgery?
What is a Yahoo? Guess we're all in sync here. Yahoo. Okay. I'm not sure if we're making a joke here, H250, but yeah, Yahoo. If you don't know what that is, if you legitimately don't know what that is, oh Christ, I feel old.
After everything, around 5K.
Between imaging, everything, we couldn't get pet insurance because after he was diagnosed, they won't take him.
Well, yes, that's what I'm advocating for. Obviously, yeah, you don't get to. Hey, I need car insurance. I just got in a car crash.
He's also old too. He's older.
Well, that's gonna make it hard, but that's why you should have had it before. Like,
well,
I'm sorry. I know that
really wasn't a thing until like he was already 7 or 8.
When was he 7 or 8?
Like he's
2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
I've never really heard about pet insurance.
You've never heard of anything. Neither of you have ever heard of anything. You can't do anything. I've had pet insurance for almost 7 years.
I don't even got insurance on myself.
Well, you're broken. Do not have children.
Yeah, exactly.
And hopefully that allows natural selection to take care of itself.
Please do.
T-Mobile, we're unpaid. 434.
It's the same thing. I had a.
Okay, do Helium Mobile? It's the same towers as T-Mobile.
I can't.
Why?
I have everybody on my phone plan, my whole family.
Well, stop. You are an adult. You are on your own. I don't give a fuck about them. I mean, I do. A little bit.
A lot of them are my little brothers, too.
I also do not care. Your parents can be parents.
Well, that is the thing. My dad used to pay for their phone bill and have it on theirs, but then he would forget to pay, so everybody's phone would get shut off.
I don't care. This is not your responsibility. You can't take care of your own bills. You can't take care of your own bills.
I still pay them. They may be late.
No,
I never said I was on time.
No. You're multiple months behind on a lot of things.
It's so over, bros.
Get off.
I'm catching up.
Switch to Helium. Shut the f. And you use the Mine card. Use previously the Fizz card. Debit card that builds credit. Can't spend more than what's in your checking account. It's all what you people can handle. You can't do anything else. You guys are failures.
Thank you.
Failures at conversations, life, and finances.
Finances, sure.
Everything else,
Shut
yes.
the fuck up.
Especially conversations.
Shut the fuck up. You can't communicate to your wife, and she can't communicate to you. You're both retards. You're both hapless fucks. Get the hell out of here.
When it comes to finances, sure.
Buddy, I try to talk about a lot of different things here. You could not do that.
Revolving around finances?
No, revolving around. I was just trying to get an example of a conversation you guys have had, and it required Lindsay telling me.
Yes.
You guys can't talk.
We talk all the time.
But you just say nothing.
Yeah.
Listen, when I got bullshit, when I got bullshit, vaping and smoking, so you buy from your own store.
Right.
Sometimes.
Loser. Bought from your own store.
Or
Loser.
10 crack commandments, can't figure it out.
I don't even know what that is.
Gas station.
Okay, well, you went and got some bullshit because that ain't gas.
Most likely a
Was
Red
that
Bull.
your Cash App or mine?
Useless.
That was way too many transactions to be mine.
But that's her with my card of cash, my Cash App card.
The gas station ones. That would be me.
How are we even having unprotected sex with birth control that is broken when you do not have health insurance for yourself? Like, it's so irresponsible. And also, why do you not even have health insurance? Get just the critical coverage one that is like the cheapest there is.
Well, because I had it.
That'll prevent bankruptcy.
And then my mom took me off of it right before the appendix thing, actually. So it kind of
Doesn't matter. You'd be taken off in a couple years regardless.
And then I had it again with a different company. And I left that company.
That's wonderful. I asked, why do you not have it now?
Just because I never set it up. I don't know.
Because you guys are incapable of anything.
Waiting for my employer to be able to offer it so it's cheaper on me.
Will they?
I think Caleb's gonna have
Eventually.
a stroke. I'm stroking out right now too, dude. I am just. It's these episodes where you can tell like I start going quiet because like I'm slouching in my chair and I'm just like, oh god. Everything I said, all the advice, all the criticism, everything I said at the beginning of the episode, it just fades away, and I'm just going. They are a sinking ship. There is not a come to Jesus moment. There never will be. It's like trying to help a crack addict or like a drug addict. You just can't. They fuck up their own lives. They need to bury their own grave and shoot themselves in the head and just drop into it.
Right.
When?
Right. We just started the service side, so there's only 3 texts right now. So he's waiting to
You
get a
guys
few
are
more texts.
incapable of everything. Okay, this must be a car. $8,547.73.
What car?
At a 13% interest rate. Whose car?
What type of
That's
car?
ours, but she drives it.
Mostly
What
mine,
is it?
ours. Honda CRV 2018.
Year.
2018.
13% interest.
Okay. Horrible interest rate. Not a bad choice in car.
Rate. Why?
Not a fan of crossovers. It's a CRV nonetheless. But it's going to be a CVT, so that's going to be a problem.
I didn't even know what interest rates were until
Because
after.
we don't know anything. Because we can't Google
This is the beginning of their singer get back in the saddle in 25 or so.
shit. Because you guys are
years.
incapable of literally living. I don't know how you made it in here. I've
winged
never
it.
heard of roads. I've never heard of gas. I've never heard of putting in an address into a GPS system. It's worth surprisingly $10,000. So you guys actually have an equity position of about a $1,500.
I wouldn't know about that. It's a little beat
You
up.
wouldn't know about anything. You don't have to say that anymore. I'm assuming that for every topic in the history of everything. Okay? You don't have to tell me. You're going to drop your kid on its head and you're like, I had no idea that would be bad. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, what the f? You're the guy that the girl says, I had no idea I couldn't do it without fucking
chill now.
asking. It's
Hell
like, ah, you can't do anything.
I would never do that. And I could do a lot
Would
of
you
things.
even know if you did?
Yeah, I think I would know.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I didn't even know I had to wear a condom. Didn't even know vaginas is where the babies come from. I didn't even know. You don't know anything.
I know a lot. Maybe just not when it comes to my finances.
Buddy, you know
Jack,
HVAC,
fuck
and that's it.
And plumbing. And carpentry. And a little bit of electrical. And
Trade work.
I could build you a house.
No, I would never trust you to build me a
Thank
house.
you.
That is the last thing I would ever do. Allow in my life.
Probably a lot nicer than the
$496.91.
houses that go up around here.
But not nicer than the houses I own.
The wife isn't even staring in doubt. The wife is just staring in just befuddlement. She's in a whole different plane of existence.
$496.91 is your minimum monthly payment.
Yes.
This guy's
Checking
a
account.
weed
Who has USAA?
This guy's a weed himbo. Oh god. You know what the unfortunate thing is too? You know people like VTubers and stuff, and like some women were like, I want a himbo. Himbos are so good. Himbos are the best. People forget about himbos that once again, himbos socially are more socially inept, but they're very technical about certain things. We know about this. I'm gonna just say it off the top of my head because it's been something I've been meaning to say for a while. I laugh and scoff at the notion that any girl who says, I deserve a himbo or I really want a himbo, but they won't go hit the gym or do weight training or even talk to a guy. Oh, well, I think I'm just a little too anxious to talk to a guy. You usually hear this with VTubers, just me laughing at them because it's like, you know what? You're never going to get that man because you fucking don't go out there and talk to him. He needs clear signs that because he's socially inept. Also, on top of this, too, go to the gym. Stop playing on the Peloton. Actually hit some weights. You'll lose weight faster. You'll be in shape to what a himbo wants. There you go. I solve your problems.
Okay. 1,300 in there. Not horrendous. 25 Zelda out.
That was probably
Got
right
some
before I did it.
bullshit. Apple Cash money sent 140. 464 must have been your.
We want boys to feel the put in the effort. Yep. The best way I can also attribute to that too is also, you ever see how boomers want to have the classic car? They want to relive their childhood. They want to have that super muscle car, but they don't want to put any of the work into restoring it, and it just sits there. Or people who want a project car, but it sits there as a piece, right? Or a girl calls herself a car girl but can't even figure out how to fucking like loosen a tire. Yeah. It's all performative shit. They want something for looks and appearances to stand beside, but they don't want the actual work, enjoyment, or the actual true purpose of what it's meant to do. It's just meant to be a lapdog.
Pause it. When it's I got some bullshit.
It's also how people look. I know this is just me kind of going way off topic, but you know what people also like call Leon Kennedy a himbo and also golden retriever boyfriend, and a lot of women that only got into Resident Evil because they watched the YouTube videos. Or they'll see a few posts online say they're a Resident Evil fan, or like, oh my god, I love Ada so much. Those are women that are abusive women that want to have a boyfriend they can bitch slap around, but that said boyfriend's also a massive just hunk and, you know, peak performance man, but they still want to be the toxic bitch to him, right? That's kind of the same thing. The way I see people who also want himbos. It's like, no, you don't want to put the effort into what. Or be equatable to what that person is. The irony is that Leon isn't himbo. No, Leon is incredibly smart. Like Chris, Leon, and Ethan are all incredibly smart on their own right too. Just Leon also has the goofy side to him. That's what Leon has. He is, you know, how Leon basically copes with the horrors around him by making snarky bits or like. It's gallows humor. It's not really gallows humor because it's still a game and for, you know, with some fun to it. But Leon kind of operates on the idea of gallows humor. It's like, I see fucked up things all the time. I gotta make something. I gotta at least add some light to it because like it's for the absurdity of how dark it is.
When it's I got some bullshit. When it's I got some bullshit. When it's I got some bullshit. $10 sent out. When it's I got some bullshit. $21 went out. Cash out.
RE fan, mainly any girl RE fan, and they can tell you this much: the heavy quotations, that's the new ones. They only read like webcomic series by Dangerous Bride or something like that. Which I'm not gonna shit on Dangerous Bride, but like people treat him like a fucking himbo, like just like a brain dead retard himbo. He has to be goofy. That's first thing in his job is him seeing his coworkers die around him. Exactly.
What are we doing with all this?
The whole city die around him.
My brothers will like transfer money to each other if like we're at a store, or they'll be on a job site and they'll be like, can you give me some drinks or food or something? And so, or vice versa.
P. Terry's Burger Stand, Groupon, $56. When it's I got some bullshit. Las Palapas. Zelena, $80. San Antonio Zoo. Cash App, 170 there. Cash App, 150 there. Storage? You paying for storage?
What?
Am I?
Yes.
Yeah.
What storage?
iPostal?
Oh, that's for my my company, I guess. I have a DBA, and I have to have a mailbox for it.
Why not your house?
And why use my house?
So you don't pay?
You can't.
For...
It's not my house, so I don't know if I can. I rent the house.
I don't know. Even just pick a random. I don't know.
You can
mine was my house.
You can buy a PO box too. You know that?
Forever.
You can rent a
Maybe
PO
I was
box.
doing that illegally.
Did you own it?
Yes, I did own it. I don't know. A place you rent? That's a good question. Actually, I don't have the answer. Fair enough. Okay. Hey, that's...
Do you know?
Exactly. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to look it up later, so I do. It's weird how that works. You know, when it's I got some bullshit, Cash App out. The clothes...
You tried to throw a stone from a glass house. Beautiful.
Spin, Disney Plus, Cash App out.
Clothespin is not bullshit. That's laundry, because we don't have a washer and dryer in the house.
You can't afford one. But you could rent one.
We could. We just didn't have space.
We don't have a space to put a washer.
We had the ability to buy one.
Okay, calm down.
Oh, no.
Apple Cash sent out Xbox game. I don't even know. Maybe it's Game Pass, but it just says
It's probably the Game Pass I buy from Marvel.
Prime Video. More. I postal storage again, so 2 times in 1 month.
It only should be once.
2 businesses this time.
That too. Why not PO box? I don't know how much they are, but those things are common. It's like exactly. I think there's like $10 a month or so, give or take.
No, it's
Amazon
not
Prime,
$5 a
Apple
month.
Bill, Apple Cash Out, Zelle, Netflix, Microsoft, Amazon, Home Depot. I postal storage, Apple Bill. I postal storage.
Why are they charging so much?
there.
Game
Yeah,
Pass,
you're
yep.
getting this I postal storage, dude. It's like two.
I didn't realize. I thought it was only supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a
Zelle,
$5
going in is a bullshit. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, just fucking look at your accounts, asshole. Put it in a $1. It's automated. It would tell you like, hey, what's this? This is reoccurring. What the fuck is going on? It would automate it immediately. Big's 205 going inside, get into bullshit. Selling out 275. Your checking account started with 38 cents, ended with $6. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Money doesn't.
Apple Bill, Apple Bill. Going inside, get into bullshit. Maybe don't do that. Little Caesars, maybe don't do that. Apple Bill, maybe don't do that. Little Caesars. Going inside, get into bullshit. Maybe don't do that. You don't have money. Going inside, get into bullshit. Maybe don't do that. You don't have any money. When inside, get some bullshit. Maybe don't do that. You don't have any money. Apple Bill, maybe don't do that. You don't have any money. When inside, get some bullshit. Maybe don't do that. You don't have any money. Have you ever considered that? That's an interesting solution. Phone, give now.
Oh no. If you're looking for all the subscriptions, it's probably going to be on my phone.
Give.
Like, I need to be on the edge, but just pick one subscription and stick with it. I know.
Okay, Crunchyroll, Apple One.
Oh my god. Fucking Crunchyroll. Are you kidding me?
And not Hammer Elite. You got just
His
the
brother
thank you
pays
tier,
for the
which doesn't
Hammer
really
Elite.
make sense. Yeah, Hammer Elite's where the good one is. 3 premium shows posted every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
expensive,
Thursday, Friday,
I
Saturday.
don't pay for it.
I know, but the value for the money, it's the best there is. That's why it's number 1. She's paying for Gmail and iCloud and Canva. What the fuck are you paying for Canva selling vapes?
All of the wedding stuff. I've been doing it like. Our
Yeah, we can
invitations and
really
everything I
afford a
made myself.
wedding. $10 in savings, $0 in this one.
Yeah.
Say he was a One Piece guy. I know.
I think I only keep $10 in
You
there.
owe money to Cash App. Your account's
Remember how much Crunchyroll is nowadays per month?
$241.
Yes.
The base for the base subscription. Yeah.
That's been negative for a while.
Why?
Same thing with my credit card. I borrowed the money and then
I buy the money.
borrowed and then didn't want to pay.
Buy the money I borrowed?
What? I borrowed the money from Cash App and the Cash App borrow thingy, and then like kept forgetting to pay it back and or just not paid it back.
How much bad debt do you guys think you have?
15 to 20?
I feel like mine's around like 3 to 4K, personally.
The household moron.
Oh,
You're getting married in a couple months.
I'd say
You assume it's $30. Okay. Ready to have your world shook? First off, let me do this here. Set chat settings. On Twitch, I'm going to turn it on to chat. I want to turn this to followers only chat. There we go. You have to follow me if you want to be talk on Twitch. Women do not borrow money, exactly. Let's see. Crunchy roll base. Ready for this? Okay, $9.99 per month. Gift cards. Okay, so they have lowered it. Okay, it was for some reason I think it was like $100 plus or $200 per year. I think it's like still nonetheless. Jesus Christ! Because like they kept doing price hikes.
10.
Okay, 22,000.
Oh, that's probably with my friend's car in there as well.
Is it?
Yeah, got a friend with a car.
What?
And
Tell me.
I helped him get a car a few years back, and he is supposed to be making the payments on it.
You borrowed it though?
No.
No, I was one of the signers.
He was the
No,
main
you co-signed
signer.
on your friend's car?
He was the main
I've learned
signer.
my lesson, and
Have you?
yes, I will never do that again. But he crashed it. I guess the insurance didn't pay out all of it, so he's still owed a few grand on it, and he still hasn't paid it back. And I'm not gonna pay it back. That's for him.
Are you still friends with him?
Yes. This is the same friend that I'm like mildly convinced gave our dog ball cancer.
Okay, you guys are just pathetic.
Yeah.
In life. I'm so done. Your debt minimum monthly payment is $586.91. $5,500 comes in, maybe. I don't know. Your income's going to zero, so what's your rent?
$1,100.
I'm gonna call this friend of the post show and I'm gonna yell at him. Okay, give me good luck. I'm good at yelling. Give me the gas, electric, water, all the utilities plus internet. How much?
So a little bit because people got mad at it, and also because they're about to go tits up.
$550.
And they're losing probably they're losing distributors who want to use them.
Phone bill normally.
Right at 500, 496 or something like that.
And you pay for all? They don't give you anything?
No, so they will. My dad, he pays like he will pay like 3 or 4 weeks late. Like he just paid me now.
Okay, he's off. He's done. Get your own phone bill. We're doing healing. Do you guys own your phones or are they payment plans?
Mine's still being paid off. I believe.
Mine's about to be paid off.
To be paid off.
Okay, then we'll do 140 for phone plan.
Yeah, and all my brothers pay for theirs.
Gas, vroom, vroom, drive, drive. Leave that phone plan. It's not an option.
Like $200 to $300 a month.
Both combined? Okay, car insurance?
That's $390 something because it just dropped from 400 to 300. So
pretty brutal. $390. Okay, food $600. Use the meal plan.
She crashes every car.
This guy does not they don't need
fun, 150. Anything else need to survive?
Service anymore. Just learn to pirate.
Makeup, birth control, whatever you need. All the good stuff. Medical, healthcare. Are there co-pays? Are there shit?
I'm still on my parents' insurance, so
Okay, I'm putting in $200 for you to literally get the worst health insurance ever, but it will prevent you from going bankrupt. Let's do subscriptions. $40. Pets. We have one dog?
Two.
What's the other? Health and age.
She's
Just
five.
turned 5.
Just turned 5.
Health insurance for her, $50. Pet insurance. How much for pet food?
$40 a week for the big bag.
It'd be about $150-ish a month.
Jeez.
They're about $30 to $40 a
I don't know if you
bag.
guys are in the world of being able to afford that, but we'll find out.
36.
Sometimes our dogs eat nicer than us.
Our dogs are always fed. We might not be, but our
Shut
dogs
the fuck up. You guys are going in and buying bullshit every day.
Yeah.
That is the dumbest
I've
shit I've
actually
ever...
gotten better. I don't buy.
How have you gotten better?
Yes,
How have you
no,
gotten
the
better?
last few months I have not really bought
Objectively,
lunch.
I have last month. Shut up.
Thank you.
I'm so done with you. $4,256.91. I'm sorry if I'm being rude, but I literally have it in front of me.
lunch
Shut up. I literally
Thank
have it
you.
in
Keep
front of
telling
me,
shut up.
asshole.
Tell
You
me
still
shut the fuck
stop
up.
in and get bullshit even if you pack lunch.
Or you can post a Blu-ray player and find cheap DVDs or Blu-rays. H250, come the fuck on. You damn well know as I do that cheap physical media doesn't exist anymore.
Makes it even
When it comes
worse.
to anime. When it comes to,
Okay,
when it comes to
listen, with
other
the
movies,
flexibility and
yeah, absolutely it does, but that's getting harder and harder to find. Unless you go to a flea market, but even then that's getting rarer and rarer to find for cheaper ones. People know what they have, supposedly. But, going back to him, yeah, no.
Medical shit, I'm going to say there's 1,000 left. And that's if you make your average of 55. Which you just need to average out through the high and low months and save up for the low months. But even still, at least with that. So is your friend's car thing in collections?
Yes.
Okay, which one is that? Santander?
Santander, yes, because we're global lending.
When did that go to collections?
Last summer. I believe.
Okay, you want to have that credit for almost a decade?
No, he did tell me last week that when he gets his tax return, he's gonna pay it off.
Okay, I doubt he's gonna get 7,000.
He has a child now.
That'll help, but with someone?
Yes.
He's with somebody who has 2 other children as well.
That tax return money is going to her with the child. He's not head of household. She makes more than him.
And it's her house.
I'm gonna
Boy.
minus that debt for now, because if you focus on it, it'll be the last one. Because hopefully he grows up, but I have no hope in that. So bad debt,
No hope whatsoever.
$14,724 with your obviously 1,000 hours a month. Takes 14 months, 15 months to pay off. Then a fully funded emergency fund, and then start investing because you guys obviously have nothing. It's all very basic stuff. The thing is, it's not complicated. You guys are just losers. You can't have conversations. You can't fucking do anything. You can't talk to each other. You can't stand up. You can't advocate for yourself. You're going to quit your job. You say nobody hired. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You will have 1,000 excuses why this will not happen. But it's one of the easiest things I've filmed in months. Easy as that. I'm so fucking done. I am so fucking done. And sell the bus. Pay off the debt.
I
Stop
could
being a
never.
dumb. Okay, then fuck you. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit then. If you're not willing to sacrifice, I don't give a fuck about you then.
Does that have to be a sacrifice?
Yes. All right, I'm doing.
Myself one more, but I get to the point is he wants to rewatch something, but he just pops in, doesn't have to wait for it to rewatch something.
The Hammer Financial. Shut the fuck up. I'm doing the Hammer Financial Score. Join us on the post. I'm done with you, dude. You're not willing to sacrifice, die.
It's making me money.
Shut the fuck up. It'll make you more money selling it, paying off the debt that have minimum monthly payments. Dick. Hammer Financial Score. Spending in a budget, a 0 out of 10. They overspend by a few $100. Surprising it was only that. Debt collection, 0 out of 10. Emergency fund, 0 out of 10. There's nothing. Retirement, nothing. 0 out of 10. Real estate, 0 out of 10. First, in a honestly long while, Hammer Financial Score, 0 out of 10. Get yours at CalebHammer.com. Join Hammer Elite, the best membership on YouTube for a reason. For the post show, I'm going to call this friend and I'm going to talk to him. Oh, my. There is something crazy.
Hill was so dumb.
Okay.
So am I.
Fuck. Okay, we got to talk about Mexico.
Oh, no.
Oh,
In the
God.
post show. What the I'll see you guys there.
No, we didn't. I had to bribe him to stay out of jail.
How much did it cost to bribe a cop? Oh my goodness. Dude, you could have got f***ed. Call him. Hammer Elite is the best YouTube membership on the platform. And I just...
Apparently it's number 1. So yeah, if you want to go to more, subscribe to Caleb Hammer's Hammer Elite. Like, comment, subscribe to his videos. Watch Caleb Hammer. Watch the original video in the source. I mean, I'm just a links to the internet who watched it, but yeah. Holy shit. That reminds me of how better off I am and also how far you can fall.
Even if you ain't a bitch, you still a nigga.